Hey, look,
You
man.
bitch you.
It's the roller for me.
You.
I feel good, man.
You bitch you.
It's the
I
bitches in
feel
the back of the club.
great.
Bitch you.
Feeling good, feeling great.
I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I knew that I would not.
You feel that good?
I feel good.
Bitch.
Hey, we
You
kind of
bitch
like
you.
what Todd said, man. We got here at 11 o'clock, and here y'all niggas go with that shit again.
Technical difficulties. We had those. We had a few technical. A few technicalities.
Look at this. That nigga don't want his headphones.
I can't hear
Look
shit
at
out
this.
of them anyway. What the fuck?
Oh, they broke.
They ain't playing.
Let's get the
They play music, but not. Y'all can't hear y'all.
Well,
so-
leave him alone. Fuck it. Just let him be.
Yeah, I'm good. As long as I can hear y'all.
That's why, he ain't make no mistake. That's why he be leaving his headphones. He done broke the shit now.
What are you using for at home?
Work.
Y'all be
Listen,
talking.
You need to use them,
Nah,
them
listen,
big
I
ass
listen.
plastic headphones them nigga gave you.
I ain't been back to the office since we left, so I ain't got
Well,
none.
don't use our shit for work, nigga.
They ain't mail them to you?
Nah.
Don't use dummy issued equipment for work, man.
Hey, man, I use my shit for whatever. This is work. I use it for this.
Hey, man.
Use it for what suits you.
We back.
You know what
We're back.
We was talking about them little sneaker apps, and I want to ask you niggas, why niggas always tell you about their hookups after you can't get some shit?
I don't know. But a nigga did that shit today.
Dez just did that shit.
A nigga did that shit today.
Oh, y'all like sneakers?
I ain't know, fool. I would have got you this.
We've been talking about them shoes for 15 weeks, and then every time after you get through a nigga, like, oh man, you want them? I had
shoulda
200
told me,
of them.
bro.
Hey, let me get it. Oh man, see, I just
They
sold the
gone now.
last one yesterday.
Nigga got bots and shit. Nigga, we got bots set up. You know what I'm
What
saying? Just
the
let
fuck?
a nigga had a bot press the button.
Why nigga always do that shit?
Do the nigga ever come through though? The nigga who say he had the plug after you needed the plug.
No,
come back
he
with the
never.
plug.
Fuck no.
He never come through for you,
no.
but he always come through to tell you that he had the plug.
Even later, even next time you go back to him.
Shit, I'm still waiting on DJ to give me some hand sanitizer.
I'm still waiting on the big boy plug. Yeah.
It's available like a motherfucker now.
I just go to Walmart for it.
Hey, DJ said, man, I got boxes and boxes of that
The
shit.
big ones,
My
the
boy
32,
big ones.
the 32 ounce. That's the big one, ain't it? The gallon. I got you. Okay,
Y'all niggas so trash, man.
it be like that.
But nah, that nigga do always come through like. But sometimes you'll get a straight plug. We had a straight plug in college.
Yeah,
That nigga.
good shoe plug.
True.
Yes, sir. We was.
We had a shoe plug. You had every
I had
plug.
to-
We had all kind of
Plugs
plugs.
in college.
plug.
Piece of plug.
Gas plug.
Nigga had a
Gas
a
plug.
Jordan
TV
plug.
A TV plug.
TV plug. Yeah.
We had in college. You had every kind of plug that.
Where y'all at, bro?
Nigga had whole restaurant plugs.
Chick-fil-A plug until somebody
Walmart
fucked it
plug.
Walmart plug.
up. Walmart plug.
Bookstore plug.
Definitely had a bookstore plug.
I need to go back to college.
College plugs. Goddamn, that's it. College plugs.
Damn, bro.
That's where the networking starts. That's why they say go to college just to network.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
learn the plug.
you get everything you need.
You learn how to
really
be the plug in
network.
college too.
Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Joe.
I'm tired.
I'm hooting. College needs a class on plugs.
You bitch you.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 105. We back on our regular scheduled programming. It's Sunday, November the 1st. We in this thing, man, doing what we do. As always, shouts out to all
Hold
the
up.
people on the front line.
Dad, where the fuck the music at, man?
He gonna do it in post. Act like you know how to record your podcast, man.
Damn.
I had got used to hearing the music.
Let that
when
nigga
we
know
on
you
the-
He
wanna-
did that shit twice.
Let them know you want
Since we've been back.
You want to
So
talk over.
103 times.
Right.
I hear it.
No.
Now don't interrupt me, goddammit, while I'm speaking. This is not your time, goddammit. Now let me get back to what I was doing.
Look like you got
Um,
glitter on your face.
I mean, 6'9" crazy. How the nigga is that?
I didn't think that was going in
What
there.
kind of nigga is that?
I didn't think that was going in there.
Yeah, I mean, all this is going in there, so correct yourself. What kind of,
I can't correct it now. God damn it, it's out there.
it's my lotion. Anyway, goddamn, man, what the fuck going on with this podcast here, man? I guess I ain't by myself no
Trying to
more.
help you get on camera.
Nah, nigga, you with me now.
Who else?
Snitch hooter.
No, you gave up.
Come on, man, I'm trying to get serious,
You
man.
gave up the whole game.
You just told on me. Shit, what's worse? You could probably fuck some shit up more worse than that.
No, you can. It's the lotion. You
No.
use the baby lotion.
Man, you don't know what I was
Them
doing.
kids be having glitter in the lotion.
Anyway, man, as always, shouts out to all the people on the front lines, man, all our nurses and doctors, man. We got to keep saying it because as we just saw this week, we broke record numbers, 100,000 cases for the first time. We are number one. We are the champions of that shit, man. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to make light of the situation because it is a serious situation for everybody who's dealing with COVID. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be safe, people. keep trying to practice social distance. We're seeing that, I think a lot of people have just given up on Corona altogether. I think people just don't care. I've seen it with social distancing. I looked outside yesterday for people who were trick-or-treating and doing their Halloween things. People really just don't care. Todd, he'll probably share his story about, pumpkin patch stuff. Like, everybody I talk to who go in public keep seeing people who, just not practicing social distancing,
Right.
not wearing a mask, simply don't care. And as you see, our numbers are going up. Our thoughts and prayers, man, to everybody out there, man. We just hope that everybody be safe, man. And we just continue to fight it the best way we can, man. Where we at with it, Hoop?
Still in the pandemic, of course, but getting more active, and the numbers are going up, going crazy. And I wanted to ask y'all, are y'all changing any? You going back, you reverting, or you're not caring, or you notice you're in places where you're in a place full of people with no masks, but you have your mask on, but are you safe because you have your mask on? Or, what do you do at this point? Do you just keep living life? Do you revert going back into the house? Or how do you get straight? I found myself this last week more active, but I do see that I want to get back in the house and just relax and do nothing again.
I think for me, I just
think it's hard.
I think I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what's out there, and I'm going to do my best to protect myself, wear my mask. I still sanitize as soon as I get in the car, wash my hands. I'm still doing all of that good shit. And I'm still not going to put myself in bad. I'm going to try not to put myself in bad situations. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go to no big-ass events. I'm just not with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I am moving a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But still moving safely.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just think there's something you got to learn to live with. Like you said, I'm not going to do crazy stuff, but you just can't stay inside forever. But I do see some other countries are locking back down.
Yep, France and Germany just locked back down this week.
There was another, I can't think of the name of it, but you just got to be safe, as safe as you can be. In March or April, this wasn't safe for us.
Do you feel like that has to happen for things to get back normal? Another lockdown?
It has to. We just got to,
because I don't think America isn't the people of America aren't just going to go back on lockdown again. It's going to have to be mandated that you're on lockdown for it to happen. And I don't know, since it's America, if that can happen without people, because we going nuts already. Like, people going to go nuts and shootings and taking over governors' mansions and whatever else you want to do because niggas don't want to be locked down. So can we do that?
We got some scary times ahead of us with this election stuff, the constant racism, the protests,
you saw the new
the pandemic.
Y'all saw the new. I don't know if I put it in there yesterday, but there was a new racist event happened because somebody had a Black Lives Matter sign in their window, and people flatted their tires, wrote on their cars Black Lives Matter, of course, because they have that in there, like throwing shots at them. This was just yesterday.
No, I didn't see that.
Hey,
I'm gonna make sure I send it. It's just yesterday.
Hey, they should have got shot. That's just crazy. Like, this is my house.
Threw a brick through the window.
I can say I matter. Why are you mad that I say I matter? So are you saying I shouldn't matter? Is that what you upset at? Mm-hmm. That's just stupid.
Like you said, it's just some tough times, man.
Right.
This shit just weird.
Yeah, but all in all, man, my week was cool, man. Got more active, enjoyed it. I want to sit back down, but I enjoy having fun. But How was your week, Todd?
Work week, same old. But we got out yesterday. Took Taylor to the pumpkin patch, me and the wife. Like we were just saying, but this COVID shit, man, niggas ain't masking up. Like, I'm talking about, we went to Vance, so, it's a lot of, Eastern Europeans out there, so it's just, they're not wearing that mask at all. They don't care about that shit. I think we may have been the only people out there with a mask on.
I'm not going to put it on just them, because when I went, it was 100% African Americans. And me and Grace was probably one of the only 5 out of 400 who had a mask on.
Well, I say it was 4 people out there with masks on. It was us.
I just think it's a bunch of people who don't care.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that was cool. Taylor got a chance to, be a kid because, as a parent, you kind of being overprotective at this point with your kids and them going back to school and all that kind of stuff, making sure they staying matched up. But it was cool to see, man. She got an opportunity. And then we went trick-or-treating after that.
Did y'all get a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Y'all going to carve it? Even though
Nah,
today is
we'll probably
November
just put it
1st.
It ain't even.
I know, but still, just the fun of carving it
We'll probably just put it on the front porch to match the decor out there. You know what I'm saying?
for Thanksgiving.
Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
in
can rock
fall
the
time,
pumpkin
so.
to Thanksgiving.
Right. So, yeah, man. Like I said, we took Taylor trick or treating. Of course, that's always cool to watch her, do her thing. And beyond that,
What about trick or treating? Mask? No mask?
Absolutely,
People.
man.
I'm saying people out there.
No mask.
No
where I was
mask.
at.
Where I was at, right? None. So yeah, I mean, but they didn't mask up, but they had little, things where they can set it up to where they didn't have to come in contact with people. So they would slide the treat down a little pole or some shit into your bucket, which was cool. But
Could that have survived in our hood when people out here sitting
Whole bucket
candy?
gone.
Take one.
we did
In
that
our
too.
neighborhood.
I was just gonna say
Because I
that.
remember when we was little, nigga,
Big
take
grab.
one.
Take
Big
one.
grab.
Right.
Okay, I
Put
might
your
take-
whole
see you
bulk of
later.
the
I might
candy
take
in my
your
shit.
bowl, God.
Right.
Give me your bowl.
And
My
we
mama
did
can
that
use
too.
this.
So that's putting our
a
candy
bowl
out.
hole.
Right. Putting the note out. Take two. We came back. We had some left. I don't know. but-
I find in some places trick or treaters are more honest, and they'll take one or take two also, which is crazy because I wouldn't have done it.
No, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no.
the ghouls and the goblins.
You got to know where you at.
Right. Joe, how about your week, bro?
It was cool. We got to do this adult trick or treat one year. We keep talking about
Details. Party
Put
or
on
what?
costume and shit.
Well, it could be a costume party or do it in somebody's garage, open up, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, just something. But it was a cool week. I got out a little bit yesterday. Went to a brewery. Like you said, it was in and out for the most part because it was people wasn't wearing masks.
And we could damn sure do that too, and we could do it outdoors because we got the space and opportunity to do it.
Yeah,
we
just
do.
lift up the garage and
We could do it.
Yeah,
Shit.
it was
We
a-
got a whole backyard. Goddamn.
I told you,
Shit.
I feel like this repeat. Like I done said this shit like 2-3 times.
that's
like,
I keep
Yeah.
saying. We
people
keep
in the
saying it.
neighborhood open the garage. They got chairs out there, bitch. They sit there, drink. Nigga was grilling.
Right.
All kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it just whatever you want to do.
It just be us. We be lame.
It'd be
We don't
us.
want to do
Well, this is a little bit different this year.
Well, yeah, this shit was a little.
yeah,
different.
yeah.
But no, besides that, it was a week. What about you, Stock?
It was a cool little week. It was just kind of a weird week because I ain't had no internet and power
2 days.
when
Nah, I think about
Zeta rolled through.
She knocked a few shingles off my roof. I forgot all about
Hey,
that.
Zeta wasn't bullshitting. Like I know y'all probably saw, but I put the little Instagram post up there because like I didn't know that. I knew it was coming, but I guess I didn't know that it was supposed to be
Like
that
that.
bad for us up here. So when the wind was gone, what the fuck? So I walked out there, and about 2-3 minutes after I posted that last post, it went dark. All the lights
Yeah,
went. I was watching
shit.
a good ass doc. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them days I probably slept good. I was up to about 2:00 in the morning, and then lights went out.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I gotta go get in the bed. So I had to go upstairs, after the lights went out. And then, it was cool though. Dope little week. Halloween.
Was that shit kind of like chilling, refreshing, restarting? Like honestly, like I had no power Thursday and Friday, and I was kind of off the internet, so I had bad service, getting late texts. That shit was kind of like I did number chill and listen to music for.
Yeah, I had a cool little vibe going over there. I like that.
We
saw y'all-
were playing
I saw y'all
cards
on
and
IG.
shit.
Nigga said y'all was on that bit playing with a Ouija board.
Shit, we had to find something.
Them nigga had candles and a board on that bitch. I was like, I don't know what the fuck going on with that bitch. Them nigga over there calling
I
spirits.
see, and I be seeing why niggas be having resources. Nigga, we had to go get candles. We had one candle left in the house.
But you know something? That's one thing that I can't say that like growing up, my mama always prepared me for, cause she that over prepare for storms. It could just little
Happen,
rain.
right.
But when it come to storm, she had everything you need to survive during a storm. And you see how important it is when you don't have power.
Right.
And I think like our age range, cause I be seeing people on the internet, like I see people still like in Mobile, they was trying to still go to like McDonald's and KFC in the line way down the street.
Right.
Like when my mom knew a storm was coming, she had a cupboard full of like canned goods and things you can heat up.
Right.
And she had those little stoves that you could pop the counter and pop the fire and put it up under there and heat
Yeah.
up your food and stuff.
Like food. I think that's just honestly, from my mom, like I be trying to tell Grace that shit. Like that's just a way of living. You should buy everything in bulk. I think.
Yep.
Like why not get 100 things of tissue paper? You're gonna use them. 100 napkins. You're gonna use them. 5 and 6 ketchups. You're gonna use them. So
I
like
love
why?
Sam's. I be like,
You
I
know,
didn't know I needed 300 of these.
Yeah, like why just get one if you get? Because my mom have a lot of everything food. Like she always have a lot, about 15 dishwashing liquids. What the fuck you got 15 dishwashing liquids for? But she got a lot.
Nowadays
of
that make even more sense. That's less trips to the groceries. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I guess you
safer.
still got to
It
go
is.
get meat and stuff, but
Yeah. All in all, though, it was dope week. Went out trick or treating. We went to 3 houses and yeah, 3.
She was good.
Yeah.
She was good.
Yeah, she was cool. We went to the neighbor's house. They gave her about 52 handfuls of candy. Great. Went to the other neighbor's house. They gave her 52 hands of candy. We went to one other spot. And I did see that, like Todd said, people taking precautions. People had tables or people was handing shit in the little tongs and stuff, like, to kind of limit, contact as much as possible. And after that third house, Logan looked up and said, "Can we go home?" I said, "Yes, we can."
Perfect idea.
She was like, "I had so much fun." I said, "She just like me. You just have to have a little bit of fun,
Right.
And you
and
good.
and then good." Yeah, I was so happy to hear her say that. But
That's what it was. You picked the right places. 52 pieces of candy, 52 pieces of candy. Pick the
was a
right
fact.
places, you good. You pick the right clubs, you good.
yeah. So, but yeah, all in all, dope week. If people hearing this, man, by the time you hear this, it's gonna be Monday. Some people may not listen to it till later in the week, but we got a big important election coming up on Tuesday. Get y'all ass up, go vote. Vote through the bullshit. What I mean by that is long lines, vote through it. Bad weather, vote through it. Look at your app, see what the weather gonna be like. Get ready accordingly. Get chairs. Do whatever you need to do. Pack a bag, pack a water, pack a snack, a lunch, whatever we need to do. Get out there and vote. Let's exercise our right to vote. It's important. It matters. Despite what people are telling you, man, go vote. And
Most polls are open from 7 till 7 in most states as well, too. So keep that in
make
mind.
sure you have your ID. Make sure your ID is updated. If it ain't, shit, I know this is Monday. Go right now, goddammit, if you listening early. Go vote.
Yo,
It's important.
if your ass don't have a plan to vote, don't say nothing. Goddamn, that following Wednesday, but ain't nobody did nothing
Nah,
for
don't
you.
say nothing Monday.
Shut your ass
Today.
And if you need a ride, call Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, call
He's
me.
still off for a ride.
Yeah, I'm still off your ride.
I'm going to call that nigga to take me to Popeyes.
I saw something this week that I thought was pretty dope. Shouts out to the 85 South Show, man. Them boys hosted the BET Awards, and we'll get to that later on. And that's just a big look for them. Shouts out to those boys on everything they do. Most of them got their start, with Wildin' Out. Nick Cannon had the issues and the things that he said, and that's to you on whatever your interpretation is of it. But something that I thought that they said this week was the 85 South Show said they refused to join Wildin' Out if Nick Cannon is not a part of it. I don't know if y'all saw that. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts about it. They was on Breakfast Club and basically said if Nick Cannon's not a part of it, they're not a part of it.
That's dope.
I think that's super dope. I think them doing that gets them shit like the BET Awards and gets you things within this community because you're standing up for this community. You know what I'm saying? Like they were saying that they offer DC Young Fly the hosting job. And he was like, nah, I'm not taking that if Nick's not here. Because it's like I'm stabbing him in the back if I'm doing some shit he hired me for and I'm taking his job because y'all say so. He was like, nah, we're a family. I mess with Nick. I don't mess with y'all.
And that's one
that
thing.
was big, especially in that industry.
And that's one thing that I think I like seeing now that we're getting in places of influence because we're, for the most part, we're loyal. We're loyal. You know what I'm saying? And so if somebody helped me get in the game, like I know, sometimes you've seen stories in history throughout time that like they'll snake a person in a heartbeat because it's always about that individual person. And that's not always the case when dealing with us. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like, look, this who brought me in. Now, I'm not going to go behind his back just because I might be in a better position than him. I'm still loyal to the person that brought me in.
And the even more bigger thing of loyalty is Nick Cannon's going to be here saying, hey, take this job. You should take it.
Right. And that's how it should be. Like, if he come to me and say, man, look, go do what you got to do. Like, I need you to get this because of XYZ. Then maybe you think about it, and maybe they still turn around and turn it around.
But he was like, if I was gonna take it over, Nick Cannon had to pass me the torch.
Right, he
like,
had to
I'm
give it to
done
me.
doing it. But no, you can't fire the person that put me on and think I'm just gonna. I'm like, no.
And that helps us have, to me, that helps us have more say-so in your work environment. Because if, I'm not working if these people aren't working. That make it like, God damn it.
So now what's your new wildin' out? I want to see how you do wildin' out now. You can't.
They not.
They can't.
You can't.
Maybe not. But
They probably gonna pick somebody with less talent. Somebody gonna take it.
It'll be white.
yeah,
now.
somebody will take it.
White now.
Right.
Something like that.
Somebody will take it. But I just thought it was dope that they did that. And was willing to kind of say that they don't want to be a part of that if the person that brought them in is not a part of it. So
That's super dope.
Yeah, that's awesome, my nigga. For real.
speaking of Breakfast Club, I don't know if y'all saw this, but Kevin Hart and Charlamagne
I heard
are
that.
partnering up. What was it?
Something like Audible.
They gonna
Yeah,
do
for the
TV
Audible.
shows, audio.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically the radio host Charlamagne and of course the movie star.
The everything
Kevin Hart.
star guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
the every goddamn that nigga.
These niggas sell draws, man.
According to Forbes, basically that they're going to get together to highlight black storytellers, black creators, to help give them a platform and a voice to voice their creativity. I don't know if y'all had a chance to saw that, but they basically want to give people of color a start. Help them get into a space where they can create and bring their messaging to the masses.
I had a chance to saw that, and
I caught that too. I was gonna let it slide.
I wasn't. I had a
That nigga
chance.
said I was gonna let it slide. Like he waited a half a second. That nigga was on it instantly.
I
had a chance to saw that,
and
guy.
that was pretty goddamn dope, man. I just think it's dope that they're doing things for black people, and I'm sorry, I'm like I said, I'm the least racist in the room. But I like to see shit being done for black people for the simple fact that it hasn't always been done.
Yeah.
And for them to do this in this aspect, I think it's super dope. And I think it's going to lead to a lot of other things. It's going to go further than just audio book stories, series. It's going to turn into movies, into series.
Podcast,
into,
even.
We already got a network.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they
he
already
already got
the
that
pod
network. You know
and
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
Kevin
So-
Hart working on a podcast.
But like you
network.
said, Todd, that face belongs on the Tizoob. So
Right.
that's what the kind of shit I want to see
Right.
it grow to. I want to see it get
Right.
past the podcast. Yeah, you did the podcast and it hasn't grown to where it's gonna grow to because it's just
Right.
getting started. But I think that like TV shows, we need to be seen.
And to
goddamn.
and to your point, I think that's a good point because I think so much in even just in business, when you like looking for spaces or you looking to try to create stuff for your own to if you have the mindset to have a dream or want something of your own, it's hard because you don't even really have nobody you can call.
Like, what do I do?
Like, what do you do? How do you do it? And you make a lot of mistakes just simply because, or you don't do it because it's intimidating,
Right.
because you don't really have people to lean on. So for people like that, for Kevin Hart's and the Charlemagnes and even the Joe Buttons and the people like that who are trying to create avenues for creators to have a voice, you got to give a big shout out to them, regardless of how their methods are, because everybody goes about things differently. But I just think it's dope that they're trying to give people a platform. And it's not that, like, we sitting here saying, to like what you were saying, Hoot, that we're against other people. It's just that we, by and large, haven't had a platform or voice to express our opinions and have the television shows or have the networks to be able to say it.
And don't fault us for doing what everybody else is doing. And for what y'all say we don't do enough of. Black people don't stick together. Well, we're trying to now.
Right.
And
We trying to
it's
now.
really on brand for them because Kevin Hart been doing the Laugh Network.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to get
Yeah.
comedians,
Head start, right.
a head start because everybody can't go to these streaming platforms, or they might get treated like Monique got treated. Like, we don't think that's gonna be successful. I will watch a Monique special right now, especially during these times. It's limited stuff on TV, but if you can build a platform for people that look like you that need a chance, hey,
All for it.
I'll listen to a couple of TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All for it, man.
Everybody can eat, B. Everybody can
It's
eat.
enough out here for
It's
everybody.
enough. I swear it is.
It's damn sure enough, man. And we probably gonna be more fair than others.
Right. We ain't gonna hate on nobody.
We might.
Well, you might. If they have a podcast with 2 episodes and 22 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't
hate
think that's
that
gonna
shit.
be us hating on them.
Nigga take a season break every 5 minutes. man.
Hey, take
And when
it
I
off-
say-
take it off this summer, what you did in the fall?
Exactly.
So you got to be who you are in this world.
Taking
Joe.
off.
But I
Hey,
think
that's what I learned.
Taking
You gotta
off-
be who you are.
Taking off
be
for the
who you are in
summer, and
this
it's
world.
November.
And I think it's dope because, like, shouts out to one of our listeners because, me personally, I enjoy feedback. And I'm gonna be honest when I say feedback. I appreciate it.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do what you say or say that, but it is dope to hear people like, come back and tell you what they think about the show. And this week, I don't know what it was, but I got a lot of different feedback that I don't normally get from different individuals. And a couple people was just saying, like, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all every week getting up there and putting out a show for us to listen to. They say that they sharing it with their coworkers and friends and family. So shouts out to you, man, for sharing our show. Because you know what I'm saying, he was talking to me like, I appreciate y'all, and I'm like, man, I appreciate you. Because for being in the position that we in, you don't have to listen to us. Right. Like,
I'll still be surprised when people listen.
Yeah, like, it's like, to me, like, I know that, like we talked about, it's a lot of celebrities getting in the game, and it's so easy to go click on a celebrity, but to that person, they said that, we resonate more to them because of the things that we talk about. And the things that we go through, the stuff that we talk about. So salute to you all who listen to us. We say that shit, and I know it sounds like it's light, but again, these people who, listen to us, support us, buy merch from us from the dummiespodcast.com. They don't have to do none of that shit. Right. And it's just crazy, and it's appreciative for me, and I know y'all, that people take the time out to do that. So
I love it, and I appreciate it. I know I take two things, though, which is weird. I take two things from advice. Not all of it is good. Not all of it is bad. Meaning, not all of it I can use, and some of it I need. That's how I take it.
Man, I look at it from a standpoint of, while I got your attention, I want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we come in here, right? You know what I'm saying? As long as we continue to do what we doing, and I feel like they'll continue to listen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. On both ends.
My other little cousin Mark hit me up and said, man, Hootie was on one last week. He had me rolling.
Grace asked me if I was on crack last week.
Somebody said that. They was like, the same person who gave me that feedback, they was like, man, Hootie, I don't know what Hootie got had going last week. I said, shit, you should have.
Me either.
All I know was a dry and some other shit, but that's all I know.
But even though she said that, she's like, she got where I was coming from. One of the things I said gave her a bad reaction. I ain't gonna say what I said, but it gave her a bad reaction. And I was like, honestly, that's exactly the reaction I want from you when you hear some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear something on this topic is that bad, you should think horribly about it. And that's the man I was speaking of.
Like, damn, I married a dirt bag. No.
She actually got it. She got it.
Okay.
Nah,
I thought that's what you were.
No. She got it. You know what I'm saying? She understood.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but Richard Pryor has a biopic. What is it? What you said? No, nigga, I said that because you said it. A biopic.
Nah, you put like an extra I and O in your shit.
Nigga, that's what you said. A biopic. Nah, but Richard Pryor got a biopic that's gonna be directed by Kenya Barris for MGM. The MGM Studios.
She does Blackish. She does a lot of stuff.
He is Kenya, the one off the Netflix show.
Yeah, the show Black as fuck.
Oh, that's him.
That's him.
I'm sorry, I did not know. Kenya.
He is a he, man. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can be named whatever you want to be named.
I forgot he actually did that in the TV show. That he was mad that somebody called him a she, or somebody probably like she's directing this and that. Like, I'm a he.
I think that'd be dope. Just
and my dumb ass did it.
Yeah. In the show you watched.
You watched the show and still did it.
Still got it wrong.
Dummy.
I think it's dope though, just to see a biopic on Richard Pryor. You know, we know he's a legend, comedy legend.
Is that the one still doing it?
Mike Epps. Yeah. Is that one?
I don't think it's the same one.
I don't know if that's the same one.
Because I know he's doing one.
I thought he'd been working on that.
Right.
Though. Yeah, but they said it wasn't going to come out for whatever reason. I don't know if it was money related or what. But
no, I thought it was beef with his family.
It could have been. Like I said, I don't know why they said
they halted the Mike Epps one. It ain't coming out.
Yeah.
Kenya Barris got the money. He gonna get it.
Well, it's not necessarily money. You got it. Like, if you got
to portray it right.
I don't know what happened with it.
And then Richard Pryor.
So I wonder how that
goes. He was on crack. He set himself on fire.
Right, but how does that go? That you get the green light to start it, but not to finish it? Did y'all make a wrong turn or?
But that's what I'm saying. They
once you get the green light,
the contract might have said, "Well, we get final approval." Or,
right.
You might have put something in there that they didn't approve of.
Right. And just change it if you want your shit to get out. But them niggas be having big egos. They're like, nah, I ain't changing it. Okay. Don't put it out.
This is my artistic whatever.
But okay, I'm glad that y'all said that. How do y'all feel about stuff like that?
Depends on how big the change has to be. I'll change some things, but I'm not about to change my whole self for you.
And I guess it depends. Like, if you're doing a biopic, you don't really need to be having a lot of creativeness
Right.
to a biopic
Right.
to me
Right.
because
Yeah.
you're telling
It's
somebody
what
a
happened.
story.
It is
Now I
what
know
it
you
is.
probably do need to have some
Can
shit.
sometimes it come from different places. Like the family sees it happen this way, but then the people and the friends and other people
Yeah, but
saw
you
it
know,
happen
like
this way.
if somebody trying to tell a story about you and they putting some shit that ain't you, I might be like, nah, that ain't
Right.
that
Agreed.
ain't how that
Agreed.
nigga
Because,
was. Nah, don't paint him in that light.
Whitney
Because,
Houston family was pissed off about her shit.
That's why I went to Lifetime.
Right.
Because
But
you don't need their permission.
But you know what? Is it always hard? Would it be always hard to portray the proper biopic of somebody? Somebody gonna probably be upset.
Yeah.
like
And-
I could imagine
so
watching a
sometime-
biopic about myself, about me. There's probably people that don't like me. There's probably people that love me. There's probably, you know what I'm saying. So it depends on what perspective you come from.
Also, like you just
Like you
said,
said.
like don't portray him that way. But what if he was that way?
For them,
For them, yeah.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So you know, shit tough, man.
Like if it's shit that you know that happened between the individual, then you just be like, okay.
I got scared to say it, but I'm gonna say it because
Say it,
because you
goddamn.
know when you get married, goddamn, the shit from 7 years ago. Oh my God! Now you want a relationship? Like,
Damn it, yeah. Didn't portray it that way.
I wonder what they biopic will look like.
Right,
That's when the bobby pins come back out there.
Goddamn.
I'm just kidding. Goddamn. it's a
Witchcraft from
podcast.
Lovecraft. Yeah.
Wait, Drake was playing in the background. I was with you during that time.
Dummy.
Hey, y'all ever had people try to calculate their timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that haircut. And you only got the 3 lines in 2002. Damn, man. You telling me from a haircut? God damn it, man. You right, but damn.
They be trilling fuck at that timeline. Then they go to ask you shit. You be like, well, hold on, wait, it was.
Was it?
Hey, you be like Kane on Menace to Society. You be like,
I did say that. but
I definitely bought
You
the
know you
bill.
done fucked.
I-
You know you done fucked up, right?
You know you fucked up, right?
You fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up.
You better hit that shit in court. I don't recall.
I don't remember. I don't know.
But nah, in all seriousness, it's November. Today is November the 1st. And this month is National Alzheimer's Awareness Month. I can't pronounce that word the best, so I do apologize if I didn't do a good job. But the Alzheimer's Association is hosting their 2020 walk to end Alzheimer's. It's a virtual walk. It's on November the 15th. You can do it in teams or you can do it individual. The tag for it is Memories Matter. Hashtag Memories Matter. You can also donate to the Alzheimer's Association website under the Memories Matter. Hashtag Memories Matter, with the team leader, Alexis. They're also selling shirts. If you want to grab a shirt, you can do that at teammemoriesmatter@gmail.com. Shirts are $25. They got 4 different styles. You got to go on their little site to see, the different things that are available. But with this being Alzheimer's Awareness Month, a lot of us have had family members that have had issues in relations to this. It's definitely very important coming off of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We also want to make sure that we raise awareness to Alzheimer's.
Say the website again, just in case they missed it.
That website, I'm glad you asked. It was it's on the Alzheimer's Association website under the team Memories Matter. With the team leader being Alexis. So if you guys want to participate in that, you can go in there. Like I said, the shirts are $25. They come in black and white. 4 different options. You can see those options on that website. But definitely a good cause, man. Make sure that
Great
if
cause.
y'all feel it in your heart, you support and buy something. I'm gonna buy a shirt off the site. And yeah.
Yeah, because I'm definitely getting a shirt. I had a grandmother that died of that terrible, awful disease. It's crazy because I had a good friend who grandfather was going through it, and she was like, "This is how it's going to be." And I was, you would never think your loved one day will really not remember you, or look at you and be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
But then when it happened, you see it, and then when you try to tell people how it's going to be,
Can't prepare him.
you can't prepare anybody for that because they're like, no, not my grandmother, not my
She gonna always
father.
remember me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I hear from a lot of people that, one of the hardest things is somebody that's been around as long as you've been alive, you walk in and they can't remember your name. They can't remember who you are. Tell me your name again. Or, hey, who are you? You know what I'm saying? From everybody who's experienced it. I had a great aunt that went through it. And it just kind of like, just some days she was right on point with everything, and
Yeah.
then some days she didn't really know who you were. So
Yeah, I know how that shit made me feel for my grandma. Like before she passed, she had dementia, which is pretty much the same thing. When I went in the house, she asked me, "Who you?" I was like, "Damn."
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you been around your grandma your whole life. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who you?
That's tough.
Like shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That shit's scary.
please support this cause.
yeah,
No,
support it.
yeah, that
Please,
shit
please.
is
Yeah,
terrible.
because
Right.
it actually, even though it affects you in that way, kind of to me it affects. I've never been through it with another person, but
Right.
it also makes me think: will it affect me in my life going forward and getting older? When you get to a certain age, you start thinking about getting older and the effects
Right.
it's gonna have on your life,
Right.
and so you do want to see some shit like that,
Yeah.
some kind of help that helps it get better.
It's crazy because it takes them away, but they still here.
Right.
Yep,
And that shit was just
Right.
yeah.
physically, but mentally
Yeah.
they
Right.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's tough.
So yeah, support the cause, man. If you feel it in your heart to do that, we'll appreciate that on behalf of the Dummies Podcast.
Big time, big time. And Stock said that word 6 times in 5
And
different ways.
It's 5 different ways.
One of the motherfuckers.
It was so
right.
important.
one of
It
them
was so
right.
important. Yeah,
but
one of them was right.
what's crazy is from a black standpoint, for the longest, I did think it was all timers.
Right.
Right.
Me too. I thought it was
Old timers.
Old timers for a
Old
while.
timers.
I never knew old timers. I just thought it was all timers.
It went from old timers to
And then it's Alzheimer's.
to the Z.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how to pronounce it.
Alzheimer's,
properly.
I think. Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
See, when he said it, sounded like what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
But that doesn't.
One at a time.
It doesn't.
One at a time.
He said, yeah, he got one of them motherfuckers.
He got one of them right.
Hey,
No doubt.
but it doesn't negate the importance of what we're
Right.
talking about.
Big
So
time.
yes,
Support the cause. Support.
I don't know if y'all saw this. Marlon Wayans, he told Tiffany Haddish that she wanted to know why she was never cast in any of his films, and he basically said because you're always on 10, and sometimes you just be inappropriate.
Yeah.
What's
So
y'all thoughts?
Bring it down to 7 and be mildly appropriate sometimes.
But if that's
I mean, I think it's okay because it's his movies, and if that's what he's looking for his cast and shit,
That's what he looking
And
for.
you ask, accept the answer.
Yeah, that I was just about to say that. If you don't want my motherfucking answer, don't ask me the
me.
question.
Right.
I don't,
You want me to lie to you?
And I'm glad he kept it straightforward and thorough and honest.
Yeah, but you can always say the truth a certain way. You don't have to be offensive with it. You know what I'm saying?
But even that
That's the truth.
conversation, I think that conversation probably gets them to work together.
I do too.
You know, I think
I do
she
too.
knows that maybe he'll cast
don't
me.
be extra all the damn
And just
time.
dial it
And
back.
she
a
is
little
extra all the time.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, and not saying it's good or bad, but
It's
she-
her,
it's true. It's true.
Is her moment gone?
Just
No.
depends on what you like. It's
I don't think
preference.
so.
Totally. I don't think so either, but I think it's just preference.
Yeah, I just think she fits the build of what most. I don't want to speak for women, but most women watch as far as like reality TV and extraness and just over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
I can see
just
her
think
playing the same
that's,
role.
That's entertaining.
I mean-
like the same reason why I asked Grace, like, why do you watch this shit? It's entertaining, and
Right.
she's entertaining. So
Yeah, I feel like shouts out to her, man, and everything that she's doing and accomplishing. But I don't really get with it. It just seemed a little bit too extra. Like she's trying too hard for me.
Do you
and I
think-
be having a problem with trying too hard.
do you see that as like female Kevin Hart?
No,
In a way.
Because to me, Kevin Hart, like, if you like him or not, whatever his brand is, I think he has gotten more commercial as times went on. But and that's fine because his brand has grown with that. But I think Kevin Hart is still funny in his own rights, in his own respects. But sometimes, like Tiffany Haddish, I just struggle with her funny.
I think Tiffany Haddish skipped a step. She went straight to who Kevin Hart is now,
Stardom.
with,
Superstar.
Superstar.
without
Yeah.
putting in
That
those
without
comedy
paper,
specials.
without
that
paper
was
soldiers.
Great.
She ain't had no paper soldiers.
She ain't had no paper soldiers.
Would she say that though?
Of course
I
not.
don't know. If she
I
can
think she
show me,
would.
then yeah. I mean, I don't.
She
I
don't
think,
have a good special.
I think
Well, she
she'll say
doesn't.
I've been through the trenches.
She never
she'll-
had a good special, but she still had like her struggles. Like she was saying, like she was sleeping in the
And
car. And
yeah,
shit.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I think everybody has had a struggle story. I'm just, but what to your point, I just think for us, it's like you went from this to this, and then
Right. Overnight.
I don't know, but
Basically,
I don't
yeah.
think that would have made her any funnier.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's not funny for us. Maybe she's not our funny, but I.
But I do,
think she's
like
good at what
her
she's good at.
stardom. I do like,
I like her as a person.
yeah, I like her as a person. I like what she doing, but sometimes she do just be a little too much.
Calm your extra ass down.
Crazy story that I saw this week, man. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see this, but I kind of already know how y'all gonna think. But the Louisville police officer is countersuing Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, for emotional distress and assault and battery. He's basically saying the officer who broke into, blasted into, however you want to comment, is basically saying that he's gonna countersue them for emotional distress.
Lame
Boy, if
as
you
fuck.
don't get the
crazy thing is it's his right to do so. That's the crazy thing to me. Now he has the right to sue somebody for emotional distress after they blasted into somebody's house and killed the young lady.
It ain't even
Nuts.
It ain't even that. It's the boldness of him, the act of him even suing somebody. Like, my nigga, you already like hot. Right?
Not everybody has that common decency to just go away. Like,
man, if that
in
if that don't
situation.
get thrown out,
It probably won't, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
He basically said that he suffered from severe trauma, mental anguish, and emotional distress because Kenneth in that terrible night.
He's only doing it because somebody has advised him to do it.
Man,
why don't he sue the police department?
right. That's his job.
Right.
His job made him do that.
Right.
According to, reports.
And that's crazy. Like, right, like you sent me to go do this, and so maybe that's who you need to be. It's just
This shit weird.
You just don't
That's
can't
like
win
suing me
against-
for you getting hurt for arresting me.
That's
and your
one
job
thing
is
They
to
they
arrest
show
me.
it,
That's
it's
a crime.
crazy because they have the right to do it, but then they really show who they are and based on
But
who
to
they're
me-
suing. Because
to me, this goes into everything that we just said earlier about 2020. 2020 is the year of reverse shit.
Nuts. Right.
Like everything that you thought was normal or conformity or shit, it's been flipped upside down. And like liars now have the ability to
They got
say they're
clout.
telling the truth, and people are starting to be like, oh yeah, they're telling the truth. You don't know what's what, all this disinformation. And now people who are victims are now having to be defendants, and people who are defendants are now victims. It's just the craziest shit that you've ever seen that go on. But I just thought it was crazy that he's countersuing for that. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
crazy, man. Stop
No,
being
never.
disinformed.
And in the words of John Witherspoon, the late great John Witherspoon,
What'd he say?
flip floppage and shit.
She did the flip flop.
Flip-flops and shit.
The flip flop.
Go to his house on Sunday.
That nigga got a lot of quotes. It was cold that
A
night.
lot of
Bitch
them.
love me, man.
It's cold.
She
It was
come
cold.
out
that
one
day.
day. She's a man.
Man, remind me of a bitch I met in 72. Came out there. She did the flip flop shit.
Flip floppage and shit.
Rest in peace to George.
Rest in peace.
Witherspoon,
Big time.
man.
I don't know, but that's crazy. That whole situation. What you laughing at, KK? Right? You got something in that head going on.
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't. What's the next topic?
Nigga nuts.
He tried to get away from it, didn't he?
Yeah, I get it.
U.S. Marshals recover 45 missing children in Operation Autumn Hope.
Autumn Hope. Where these kids come from? Because I was listening to
They were being trafficked. Basically,
I was listening to Rogan today, and that's what him, Tim Dillon, and another Arthur Ryder guy were talking about is how these deep, dark states are kidnapping orphans and putting them into sex trafficking them. That shit is nuts and weird and crazy.
Man, fool. Like,
And that's a real organization of rich
and it's
people
crazy because
in
like
this country.
I know that I was hearing reports and stories of like in Atlanta especially like kids, like if and back in the day you used to drop your teenager off, let them go to the mall by themselves or something like that. It's been a lot of reports that a lot of those kids are getting snatched up right out the mall, going to the bathroom, getting snatched right up out of there to put them into sex trafficking organizations.
They're saying like Atlanta is like a hub for
It
that
is.
shit for some reason.
It's like
Well,
those
because
places-
it's a. I mean, if you think about
Atlanta,
it,
New York,
Atlanta, New
Florida,
York,
Miami
Houston,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Those are always gonna be big ports and hubs to shit
for
But
all kind of
drugs,
goods.
all kind
sort
of
of say not to say it like that, but goods.
yeah.
For them, that's a good.
Just
which is
underground.
terrible.
A lot of underground
Yeah.
shit gonna go through there.
And my whole question was listening to that shit is like, how does all of this go unsolved or unquestioned or unasked? And then when you realize that it's because it's like kids, sometimes it's kids like that in Atlanta, but then a lot of times when it's orphans who don't have people
Right.
looking for them,
People
Yeah.
looking for 'em, right.
questioning it.
It's
Maybe
no
they just ran
outcry.
away.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's crazy that and that's what makes it even worse for me, man. You're taking those kids who are in the worst situations.
They already have.
None of them are.
Right,
None of
right.
them are.
One of the
good, but
craziest-
to do that is just shows how
One of the
terrible
craziest
you are.
stories is one of the people that they arrested was a 15-year-old who was connected to a lot of shootings and homicides who they're thinking had something to do with it. And it's just crazy to think of and we, it's not unfamiliar to us, but to think of a 15-year-old that deep into criminal organization already.
Like, that's a whole
That's
different
crazy.
kind of
Yeah, like
deep.
trafficking
Right.
and shootings and stuff, but then to be involved in trafficking across state lines and organized crime like that is it's just different, man.
That shit weird, man. That shit bring you to a different place. Like it for me, it brings me to a deeper, different kind of place of thinking. Like, how is all of this allowed to go on? Just from a spiritual standpoint, I'm not very spiritual, but just from a spiritual standpoint, it brings you to that place. Like, what's going to eventually happen if this is being allowed to go on, like, spiritually? Like, people
go
are
back
weird.
to my
man.
previous
Like,
point.
that's-
Like,
how? What's the level of evil in you to
right,
do
like,
that to
and
another
so
person?
what happens to society and mankind because all of these type of things are going on?
Well,
Like, it just brings me to
it go
different
back to
type of
everything
things.
that we've said and everything we've been saying. Can't get right, touched earlier. Like, what's making you hate me just because I want to say Black Lives Matter?
Right.
And just with stuff like this, like in
Just 'cause I'm a
2020, we
kid.
say everything is flipped upside down. Like, it's a lot of dark kind of coming out, a lot of dark, evil
It's being shown.
stuff that don't have no business, probably like rearing its head. It's kind of thriving, and I don't want to say thriving in a sense, but it's kind of allowed to go on, and it's happening, and we just left to pick up pieces and be like, wow, did you see this or did you see that?
I'm sure you probably heard of the guy, Alex Jones.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, he got a lot. Like, y'all should listen to that. That man got a lot of information. It might be weird. It might be off. Some of it might be on, but he got a lot.
Yeah,
of
you
shit.
got to take him. You got to
You
take.
gotta-
Yeah, you got to
pieces
take him
of
in.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
different
yeah.
kind of
I know
guy
exactly
and
what you're
talker
saying,
and
but-
thinker. But
Yeah.
then you also get some shit in
Yeah,
there.
that's
like,
the dude
damn,
from
that's going
InfoWars.
on. I mean, you pick.
I know what you're saying.
You gotta
Yeah, I
take
get what you're
pieces
saying.
from it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to take pieces from it.
But that's how you really should do with everybody.
Yeah, agreed.
Not maybe as much as him.
Right. Yeah, you
but
got-
with everybody, you don't just follow somebody blindly.
Fully.
Like,
And that's
I'ma take this, I'ma
but
take that.
But and that's go back to our another point that we talked about. Like, I think people do.
Is
like,
comedy
people
dead?
blind. People, no, just
People
the-
blindly listen to everything
blindly
you say.
listen to
Yeah.
everything you say.
No,
They have to.
Like, if they agree with you already in something prior to, they're gonna agree with you
on this
for
new
the rest
shit.
of everything.
Right,
On this
Well,
new bad
if
shit.
if that's how they feel, then it got to be right.
Right.
No, I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be Obama or whoever it is. Like, when they say shit, I go check.
Yeah.
And and a lot of those prominent people, even Obama, would challenge you to go check, go do
Right.
your research, go figure out.
And I do
what
like
it
that
is
too
you
because
like.
he was being challenged the entire interview, the entire time. It wasn't just letting the bullshit fly. It was
But
being
see, a lot of times about those, like, he does put a lot of conspiracy theories, but a lot of times some of those things they're gonna have points to back up what they're saying. Shit, like, it's people that can back up why it's aliens, out here.
yeah.
You can choose to believe or not believe. I don't know, but it's a lot of people can back that shit up with information.
Yeah,
why
you just
the
got to know
world is
what to
flat.
do. You got to know what to take from it. Yeah,
The world flat.
world
Kyrie,
Kyrie head. That's a Kyrie.
When
shirt.
when
got
I'm on the
Kyrie
beach and I
jersey?
stand out straight, it go flat. The fuck you thought? Do you know how big the motherfucker? Do you know how big?
Yo,
It's
little
just-
piece. That
But you know
can
what?
see.
To the flat world people, have y'all ever been stranded on the interstate before?
stranded on the interstate.
Like, you had a flat tire, or
Oh,
you had
hell
to
yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Have you ever realized how big those hills be on the interstate?
not until you have to walk.
Man, me and Marcel, man, we got fucked up one time, and we went to, I don't know why we went to the Gump, probably on a mission, but we went to Montgomery from Mobile, and we was like, all right, man, we knew we had an issue. It was like something wrong with the battery or something. So our choice was to buy a new battery or buy a battery charger. Cause like we
charge or some shit.
we
bro.
bought the charger. Check it out now. We bought the charger. So we coming from Mobile. Probably every 2 or 3 exits we had to stop and plug the battery charger up at the gas station. And we was like 19 years old.
Doom.
15-hour
From
trip,
the-
Right.
goddamn.
But one of them times that bitch stopped, we was like, oh man, we gotta walk. Man, walking up that hill, you never realize how big them hills is on the interstate until you have to walk them. That interstate, you be thinking it's flat, but nah, that shit ain't flat.
Yeah.
That shit got some big ass curves that just gradually go, and it go for 2-3 miles, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah. I had the transmission went out on me on the interstate.
Me and No blew 2 tires. And the other 2 probably should have blew as well. That nigga car was terrible.
I was with Al and he hit a deer.
But we ain't walk though.
Y'all hit a deal on the
The
road?
man, no, the car in front of us hit a deer. The deer flew up and hit his car, and we were swerving all over the interstate. Pause, but he hit me with the.
Yeah, he grabbed it. Hold on.
You saved your life in
Don't
there.
be trying to save me.
That got me.
Hit you with the blind side.
Dummy.
My worst car ride probably with O, goddamn. I went to the country with O in the middle of a tornado, goddamn warning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going down there.
Y'all ain't see James Spann?
We didn't, fool. You know, we in college, we ain't thinking about James when he took his jacket off. You know, he probably had the jacket off at that time.
Me,
too.
Wayne, and Ryan one time was going to Hickory Knoll in a tornado. And all Wayne kept saying, whack! Whack! We finna have a wreck. Fool, it's the wind blowing. You hear the sirens and shit. It's pitch black. Ryan just driving, Wayne in the back seat just, we finna have a wreck. It's finna get us. Like, but it was a crazy
I
night.
did not want to be around Wade in an emergency.
Hey,
Wayne,
say what you want. In that time, although we was in a very
Probably
bad
made you
situation,
laugh,
it was
goddamn.
probably the funniest shit you ever had experienced. Driving in blinding rain, wind, and a tornado, and this nigga back that bitch just telling Ryan he finna have a wreck. Whack.
nuts, man.
I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Yeah.
You've been doing a segment about what I'm watching. And this week I've been getting into a lot of different crazy shit. I guess I had a lot of time to watch TV. But I watched the Totally Under Control doc.
Man.
I don't know if anybody had a chance to see that.
I watched
but-
most of it.
Crazy ass
Totally
documentary
Under Control.
about COVID. It's about COVID. It's about the response to COVID.
I be scared to watch that shit.
It just, to me, it's not necessarily, it's not going to be anything that you didn't know. Like all the stuff that they're going to show is things that you know. It's just like with anything, it's the depth of what you knew. Like everything you know is probably surface.
Expanded 16,
Right.
1800
So
more
then when
times.
you see the stuff that you know, the background behind what you knew or how that came to be, it was crazy, man. And I don't know who made the doc, because sometimes you come out and be like, oh man, this doc was good, and it be from some anti-group that like you probably shouldn't be promoting. So I don't know who made the doc. I'm not saying that. I don't know who the fuck made it. Right. But the doc was crazy. It was talking about the N95 mask, how they came about.
helpful or not helpful?
What you mean?
It was informative.
No, they're helpful, but like at one point, it was pushed from their reporting that it was pushed on the CDC to say that masks aren't required.
Right.
You don't need masks. And in actuality, they knew that you needed masks, but they only had a
Certain
limited
amount
supply,
to get
and
it
they
to
didn't
these
want
people.
you to give it to the frontliners.
Gotcha.
A lot of the N95 masks.
How do you feel about that?
A lot of the N95 masks, was created here in America. You know what I'm saying? We was the mass producer of it. We shipped all of them hoes in January, February to China,
Somewhere
only to come back and have
need
to
'em.
buy them at 10 times the
times
cost
what
of
they
what we
cost.
produce them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of little shit like that that was in that doc that made it kind of crazy. And I think that anybody who is into that stuff, it's a little boring just because it's informative and it's a lot of information. It's a lot of CDC directors. It's a lot of doctors, attorneys that's on there talking about it, and it's eye-opening. So if you get a chance, Totally Under Control, it's on Hulu. I think it's on several other streaming platforms as well. So
I
check
watched it, and let me tell you something, Jack.
Jack,
Them niggas are just
Got
crooks.
you, Jack.
They some crooks, bro.
question.
Like-
Go ahead. Go.
Like, for you to be informed about this, like, early January, and you, I ain't gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much just brush the shit off. And then for months to come, you continue to say what it's not gonna be, what it's not gonna be. And when it blows up, at that point, you still just throwing random shit out.
So
to
they
just
still-
see it unfold like that, fool, like, it should be incriminating.
So they still did it with
Like they spending money on these staffers and directors of CDCs and all this shit. Like Jared Kushner, he shouldn't have never ever had a force.
Anything to do.
Nothing to do. This nigga's not a
Based on the
doctor. Nothing. Based on
based
the
upon
doc.
the way the doc
right.
show it.
He had
The nigga-
absolutely
And what he's shown us in real
nothing
life, not just the
to do
doc.
with this shit.
The dude who was behind the scenes, who was leading to actually try to find supplies and masks and stuff, it was like 20, 25 of them. None of them had experience in
Right.
supply and demand. Nobody knew how to, and they thought that they was taking a job where people was going to tell them, and we was left in the room for us to figure out some shit.
Right. So like that's like Dez the boss of something that he's finna spearhead, but he don't give us directions on what the fuck we doing. We just in here and we trying to.
It's
You just gotta
like
watch.
I said,
this
you
shit,
could just,
fool.
if for people out there, man, just watch it,
Right.
give it a shot, see what you think about it.
So I got a question about one part of it. And my question is basically, because I heard that before also, what Stock said is that they told you masks weren't mandatory because they were trying to get it to the frontliners first. How do you feel about that?
I mean, to me, I understand the importance of trying to get it to frontliners. They need it. They're actually on the front lines dealing with the sick, dealing with the unhealthy who have contracted the virus.
Do you think lying is the right way to go about it?
I mean, at that point,
I do. I'm just saying.
at that point, when you watch it, they were in desperation. But the way I feel about it is it should have never gotten to that.
Agreed.
Like we had plenty warning, we had plenty time, we had plenty information to know to ramp it up. They showed the South Korea and Thailand, one of the places that have dealt with the pandemic the best.
Right.
The person, the CDC director of South Korea he's American trained. He went to school in America. He learned everything from our CDC. So it's not like he's better than us at that shit. They just acted.
They listened.
They did what they supposed to do. They followed the science. They went to all of the things that pointed them to it. So like
why did we give all of ours away? What was our reasoning knowing that
everything
or
was
we
going
just
on.
didn't know it was gonna? We didn't expect it to be like this.
Right.
Simply.
I mean, I think it just boiled down to I think from the way they show it or display it as if like he didn't think that it was gonna get that bad here. He thought it's called totally under control. He thought we had it totally under control. That's the way it was given to him, and that's the way he phrased it, and that's the way he went with it. All in all, it's just a good doc to, check out if you get time. Another one was Fringe Nation with Vice. They doing a series. It come out, I think, every Monday.
Monday or Wednesday.
Every Monday. And it's crazy just to see the different militias and everything that's popping and sprouting up in the United States. It highlights them. It kind of gives you more background about what they're about and what they think and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna display my opinion on that. It's just for you to go watch.
Do you
I
ever
think,
wish
and
that
check
you
out.
hadn't watched some of them?
I like
don't.
it. It don't bother me.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Like,
I take it for what it is. I mean,
It's the reality. Like
Right.
to me, like I know some people don't want to know that shit and don't, and like people like I can't watch that because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But to me, you can never not know what's going on around you. To me, like I always want to know what's going on around me, regardless if it's gonna make me scared or make me hesitant or fearful or whatever. I still want to know what's going on around me. Hell yeah. So that's how I feel about that. And it's another doc, Dream Killer. It's on Netflix. If y'all get a chance, that shit was crazy. It's older though. It's like 2015 or something. About kids that were wrongfully convicted of murder. Super crazy how they get to it. I leave it at that. But it's called Dream Killer on Netflix. If you get a chance, it's a dope watch. They basically was convicted of murder. Dude got 30 years. Never did it. When I say kid, they was like 16, 17 years old.
that's crazy.
and after that, if you don't want to be sad anymore, you can watch The Unicorn and Emily in Paris. Two with your girl. Those two.
I watched that Emily in Paris thing with the girl. So yeah,
It's a little cool thing to watch.
Unicorn
Like,
and
it
Emily
ain't
in
like
Paris.
the most interesting thing in the world, but it's something to watch with your girl.
I've been in fantasy world. I still been watching Lovecraft Country. I've been in Lovecraft. Right, the fantasy world is dope. I've been on Lovecraft Country. I got one more episode to watch. It's weird. It gets real weird at times. But it's cool. It's all right.
Yeah.
BET Awards.
Dope.
BET Hip Hop Awards. I don't know if y'all had a chance to lay eyes on it, but just what's y'all thoughts as far as the virtual stuff? That's a different. And as far as just the awards altogether.
This is one of the times that for the BET Awards, that I see that we actually engaged in the BET Award conversation for the last few years. Like, I've noticed that we hadn't really paid attention to it. And for us to just pay attention and talk about it, text about it, I feel like it was something. To me, it was something. It was cool. It was all right. It was nice. Like we talked about 95 South Show. I think they did a real good job of hosting and speaking to people in the way that they did it. The ciphers was super dope. It was the Hip Hop Awards, right? Hip Hop Awards.
It was
Right?
the Hip Hop
It was the Hip Hop Awards. So they had the ciphers, and that's the main part that I like to see is the ciphers. It was pretty good. You find some gems in there. It was a few gems, but then you find some legends in there. And simply because they're legends, you want to hear what they had to say and see what they had to say and see what it looked like. So overall, I think that BET Awards to me was pretty good. So.
I think BET do award shows very good. No matter if it's they kind of all go in together. The Hip Hop Awards, the BET Awards.
Right, you don't know if it's the awards or the Hip Hop Awards.
So they kind of all go into one. But I think they do very well at award shows. And this was one they got it right.
Some of the categories they had award for video of the year. It was Drake and Future with Life is Good.
Mm-hmm.
They had the song of the year, which was The Box, Ryder Rich.
Makes sense.
They had artist of the year, Meg Thee Stallion. And duo of the year was Young Thug and Chris Brown. I don't know what song that was. I can't remember what song they had.
Oh,
They
crazy.
had a whole album. They still got they done had a few singles that hit the chart.
Gotta be
for real.
going crazy.
Artist of the year. You take Meg over Lil Baby and Ryder Rich?
No, not a chance.
Yeah. I'm
Start-
thinking overall, not who you want.
I'm thinking personal. Yeah, personal
of
opinion.
course.
No, but I can see how they can make an argument for her against them too. But I can see how if it was Lil Baby, easily I could understand that as well.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I think that Lil Baby has had more success this year.
Me too.
Personally.
The volume of work that
Right.
he put out and the quality of the volume of work and the reach of his work, I think it will be.
But then when
Lil
you
Baby,
get
but
a Cardi B banger and a Beyonce banger, it's you.
that is true.
Yeah.
Shit,
Good
it's you.
point.
So personally, it's Lil Baby, but overall award show, yeah,
Meg, yeah,
probably
I
should
get
have
it.
won that.
I get it.
Although I didn't see the awards, I think Rhapsody won the female rapper of the year, some shit. Somebody lyricist of the year, some shit.
I don't know. You better look it up if you gonna bring
No,
it up.
I'm saying like I
You
saw
better
it
look it up.
because I
I can believe it though. I can
No,
believe
know
no,
what I'm
it.
saying?
no,
To be sure,
no.
you know.
I believe she just won straight out lyricist of the year, not female or anything. I think she won lyricist of the year.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, do you think she deserved it?
She lyrical. She a lyrical miracle. So.
Rhapsody? Yeah.
They say she killed everybody on the track. Was she on the ciphers? I think she was on. One
I
of
didn't
the
watch the
Cyphers.
award show, so
I think she was. on
I
one
know
of
the
Cyphers.
the Chica chick was on there. She was pretty dope.
I like
on
her
cypher,
too. She's dope.
She was pretty dope.
Shouts
on
out to
her
Alabama, just period,
Right.
man. Alabama
Boys,
got some dope ass artists right
As of
now.
right now, yes,
Sheikah,
sir.
Flo
Male and
Milli,
female.
No Cap, Rylo,
Rylo,
Yavo, TL Cinco. It's just a lot of them niggas. Like, man, so many of them niggas. I don't even want to leave nobody out. But shouts out to Alabama on what they doing.
Blue?
With Young Blue, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
With the feature with Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Alabama, right,
Because Flo Miller was in the she was in there for new artist of the year,
Okay.
which went to Pop Smoke. But you know, she was in there. You know, she did a big album this year. So
Shouts out to that too for the Pop Smoke shit.
yep.
We had music, guys. Albums this week.
Benny the
Busta
Butcher.
Rhymes dropped.
Benny the Butcher. So I
he gonna
still
keep
been on
going back to
the last
old
4 5
Benny.
weeks. Benny the Butcher has since whatever.
I feel you.
Dummy.
I feel you. But I did take
He
Ben
been
out.
butchering that album.
Busta Rhymes dropped. Y'all listen?
I have it.
I gave it a shot.
I'm gonna listen though.
I listened
did.
to that song, that song you sent as well. Which one you sent with Anderson .Paak?
He did
or the
Ross.
other one?
Ross.
He sent Ross.
You sent the
he
Ross.
sent something else.
The one
too.
with Anderson
Kendrick.
.Paak was
Kendrick,
Kendrick.
and Kendrick, yeah.
Kendrick. The one with Anderson .Paak pretty straight too.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed. All his features hit.
Right.
The Anderson .Paak, Rhapsody.
Kendrick.
Rhapsody
Rhapsody.
was dope. Kendrick, Ross was
That's
dope.
the one I sent. The one with Rhapsody.
Yeah,
It was-
she went stupid on that.
Right.
And that song, the message behind
Yeah,
it
the message behind
altogether
that
was
song,
just a
right.
dope ass song.
You have
That's
a-
why I sent it.
Pull up the track list because he also has other Farrakhan. That's what I was
Yeah,
about to say.
Farrakhan
He has
on
other
there.
kind of features, not just rap features. He has like the Farrakhan features
Right.
and somebody else. I can't think who.
Vibes Cartel was on there. Rhapsody, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
What's the title? The title. Get a title. The title kind of tells.
Extinction Level Event 2.
That tells
The
you
Wrath
some,
of
it's
God.
some
Wrath
deep.
of God.
It's some deep shit. Yeah, that's what that tells.
Yeah.
you.
I like the intro. The intro with him and Pete Rock on there.
Yeah, it
The
took
beat.
about 22 minutes
Right.
for him
Yeah,
to get
bit longer
to it. But
for
once he get
9-minute song. First song.
The production on this album was dope.
yeah,
It's
Super dope.
been 10 years in the making. Even though it probably didn't take 10 years to make, he probably made this full album kind of recently. I would say within the last 2, but he's been working and working and working for some years and years. And it sounds like it. It sounds like some shit that you put some time into.
sir.
This ain't no shit you just gonna come up with in over quarantine.
that song with Ross though.
That's so
I think
hard.
that everything with Ross is just fucking.
That song with
That
Ross.
just fits Ross perfect.
I don't know what it is, but Ross been going crazy on everybody shit.
I
Ti
let's see,
shit,
what's-
Benny
I
shit,
got a
this
piece of
shit.
it.
You know, Ross been going off. It's time. Come on, Ross. Now we tired of waiting. It's your turn. I get the Kendrick. Yeah, I get the Kendricks and the Drakes and the Coles. I'm cool with that, but I want the Ross more than I want any of the others.
Yeah,
That shit
me
I mean.
too. I agree.
Yeah. We got. You gonna give some? Yeah.
Rylo dropped an
Dope
album. Not an album, a single.
Single. Yeah.
For me, with featuring Yo Gotti. Shouts out to Rylo. Rylo Rodriguez is from Mobile. One of the artists that I just named. He dropped a pretty dope single, and I thought it was dope.
Featuring
He
Gotti.
signed to 4PF, which is Lil Baby label, who we was talking about, and I think that was a good look, not only for the city but just for the state. And I think that was a dope song to me. I think it was a hit as far as the single's concerned. So shouts out to Rylo.
That song made me want to listen to more of his shit.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to him before, and he didn't sound this good.
Right.
I just be honest.
Baby
But this
posted,
makes
Lil
it-
Baby posted a post saying Rylo album coming November blank 2020. So it was like when y'all want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Letting people comment on it. So hopefully we get it
I give it a
this
listen.
month.
Yeah.
Before this song, I wouldn't have gave it a listen. I ain't gonna lie. But this song will make me give it a listen. And I don't want no beef, Rylo. I know you already.
You a fan of drill music? King
Drill?
Von drop.
No, I'm not really. Not that Chicago style.
I didn't listen to it.
Not really.
And I go listen to it, but I just
Yeah.
forgot.
I like
just
King
I
Von.
just hadn't get a chance to get to it.
Yeah.
And I don't want no beef with King Von either. I was reading Twitter this week about
Yeah,
him.
that
He's
nigga
the
seem
silent
like he-
assassin.
Yeah,
I don't want to be assassinated. But that's just not my
Was
cup
it
of tea.
was it good, Todd?
Oh, I hadn't listened to it either.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't listened to it either.
Todd
Well, shit,
crazy.
we'll get to it. I mean, sometimes be so
Right.
much shit come out, Halloween and
Go
all
out
that.
there.
We just,
And I'm pretty much like you. Like I did take the Benny the Butcher out to listen to Bust and shit. So I've been listening to Bust for real.
I don't know. I don't think you ever took Benny, but this nigga know Benny the Butcher line
I'm
for
telling
line,
you,
word
fool,
for
I
word.
listened to that shit.
That nigga studied
every
that
day.
shit,
till
fool.
back,
Like,
fool. Out for 2 weeks straight. That
guess
was
what?
the only
Guess what,
shit.
Todd? So have I, and I don't know that shit word.
Well,
for
you ain't
word.
listen to it like that.
you got
then.
CT.
Verb. No,
Yeah.
You ain't
Kinda.
gonna remember no lyrics.
Yeah.
Kind of, but I just think Todd, that's a different kind of listening. When you
I
do that
listen
shit.
to music, Hooter. I just don't listen to beats. If I'm sitting there at a computer for 8 hours, you think I'm just looking at the computer? No. I'm listening to music.
Me too. And I
The
listen
same
to
album over and over.
me
again.
too. And I listen to the words and I digest the words. I just don't learn them word for word
well,
verbatim.
That nigga
Like
shit
that.
like that. fool.
Like the ABCs.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
that nigga shit was like that.
Nigga
Y'all
regurgit-
y'all seen Broadway with a stage claps?
Man,
Was it him or the stage?
my boy.
Shit, it was all the shit.
Slow motion.
Probably was a mixture of both.
That shit reminded me of Mario Brother when you go through the goddamn.
You do like you heard the little sound. The doo-doo.
That nigga was trying. Them nigga about to go to the next level, guys.
Man, boy. My boy fell for 5 minutes. He was falling.
Man, I would have
mean,
fell and wouldn't have got up. They would have had to put the stretcher to get me out of there.
Big-
I'm suing.
Big leg twisted broke. That bitch-
Man,
I need some money to get up. Goddamn, give me some.
Shouts out to the Dodgers.
Shouts out to LA.
Yeah, LA, man,
LA,
they winning.
yeah.
The
LA
Lakers
on-
won.
yeah,
The
LA on they
Dodgers.
shit.
The Dodgers just won. But I saw Magic making maggot.
What the?
Magic making maggot.
Magic
little
making
shit.
magic.
Like the flies and shit.
Yeah, that's what I got. Magic making magic. He basically said, I know God is so good because now I have a World Series rings, 10 Laker NBA championship rings, 5 as a player, 5 as an owner, and a WNBA championship ring as an owner of the LA Sparks.
Yeah.
Wow.
He needs
All
to
you
buy,
can say is wow.
Championship.
buy
It's a
into
lot
the
of
Rams.
blankets.
The Rams better get him on the team.
That's a lot of winning.
Hell yeah.
When you win in a lot of different ways, sheesh, can't beat that, fool.
I agree.
God, fool.
I'll take it. Right
What that
now
about
today.
12 rings?
That's a lot.
Sheesh.
Too many fingers.
Yeah,
Need,
you
need a
got
couple
no
extra fingers. Goddamn. Nigga,
You got to double up on some of them.
Need some more
Yeah.
fingers. Nigga got toe rings in his bitch. Let me get the
That,
WNBA.
but for real though, that's a lot of championships, and like, do you think that's a testament to him, or just fortunate, lucky, what you call it?
all of the above.
Out of
All of the above.
It's definitely lucky, but it's a testament to him. He kind of has to know to pick the right situation to be in. I think it's just bigger than being in LA and from LA, not from LA, but in LA and being a part of everything in LA. I think you still have to want to be a part of the right situations, and he has.
I agree.
As well as he's gotten out, he probably have another one this year too. But they got to give him a ring because he helped construct as well.
Yeah.
We talked last week too about I meant to say that Rich Paul. He responded.
Yeah.
Did
I
y'all
was
see
just
that?
about to say
Nah,
that.
what'd he
Yeah.
say?
I
What'd
didn't
he
see
say?
him and Bron.
What he said?
I'm that nigga.
He basically put together a combine.
Right.
And he basically responded saying, "Shouts out to all the up and coming players that support me, and that rock with me." Basically saying that when you black, they try to discredit discredit your success. You know what I'm saying? They try to find ways to discredit it. He responded with a picture, had some of the most highly touted, recruits, you would say, coming to the NBA that's basically fucking with him that he put on his own. So I don't know if you saw that. Tom, I got more insight on it, but I just saw that he responded.
Yeah, he responded with the picture of all the NBA superstars that are signed to Clutch Sports.
Yep.
And not only that, he got the new one, which is this year's probably first pick overall, Anthony Edwards, stud out of Georgia.
Oh, he got him. I ain't see that.
Yeah, he on Clutch Sports, and that's why they were there. All of the Clutch Sports, all of the athletes that are represented by Clutch Sports were in attendance to watch him work out. My boy put on a show. That shit was nationally televised. You don't get that from a regular agent.
Yeah,
So,
and this was his response. He basically said, I want to thank everyone for their support last night. It's not often you see support like this from young men coming into the league. This is much bigger than makes and misses. When black, it's discredited. It's critiqued. Narratives are driven. It's a shock when the black athlete isn't making the black agent work for free. Or I feel as if it's a privilege to represent them, but instead respect their practice and expertise. Why? And then, it's a long comment. He went on basically just kind of chiming back in and firing back at people who think that,
Shoot at them niggas, Rich.
Why not?
Keep on shooting, man.
I
Keep
don't
shooting
blame
and
him
keep
at all.
on doing. As long as you grinding and doing what you supposed to do and doing your thing, shoot at them niggas,
Right.
man.
Agreed.
You got the biggest one in the game. You got the biggest fish in the sea. Shoot at them niggas.
I would.
all right.
Hold up.
Fuck it.
Everybody got Brun and AD on there.
We talked earlier about the Jets, man. The
bums.
Jets, the Jets are shopping defensive lineman Quentin Williams
Dumb.
with the hope of moving him before the November 3rd trade deadline. Would y'all do it?
They need to trade their coach. And no, I wouldn't do it.
I trade
just-
their coach, general manager, owner. Shit. Get rid of the whole goddamn.
So you
organization.
would keep him as a piece to build around,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you just drafted
You just
him within
drafted
the
him.
last 2 years, so you thought it was something.
right?
I don't think that within those 2 years that we haven't heard any stories to make him so bad to get rid of him.
Did y'all see why they trying to get rid of him?
I guarantee you it's not a good reason, but no. So tell me.
No, I don't know. I just
I didn't
was
see a
wondering.
reason.
I was
Probably
just
to get
wondering
a
if
higher
maybe it was
draft
something
pick
that
or
we don't
something.
know
I don't
about
know.
that they were trying to get rid of.
I don't get it. The only thing I could think is rebuild, but I don't get why that makes
For
sense.
more draft picks in the first round.
I don't think
Does he garner a lot of draft picks with?
No.
he
Fucking
really
right.
haven't showed.
No, you don't, because I know you're the Jets and you're desperate and you're just trying to get rid of him. I'm gonna underbid you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you what he
I'm
really
gonna
worth.
give you two.
So will you
fourth
get
rounds.
something? Yes, you'll get something
You'll get
good.
something,
but will you
but-
get what he's worth? Probably not.
Well, it just depends on how far they.
If
trying
I'm
to
a
move up in the draft.
negotiator to the
This is
Jets,
true.
you're not
But
gonna get what he's worth.
I don't know who the GM is, man. But he's horrible. You like if you're building a team, like they had a solid defensive line set up with Leonard Williams. They got rid of him.
They
So
coulda- they
if
coulda
you
been-
address that first, then you can address the back
They
end.
could have been those good Jets who went deep just because their defense was great.
Right.
But can you be that anymore in today's football?
The Buffalo Bills doing.
No, they got a decent, a real good quarterback. I ain't gonna say great, but he's a real good quarterback. Decent skills around.
They got a
him.
good running
and their
back.
defense is really
They good
good.
The
receivers.
defense,
The defense
is
really
what
good,
right.
but they still have a great.
I go back to
offensive-
football all the time. Like I seen football get rid of Peyton Manning, and if a
Right.
team will get rid of Peyton Manning, nobody's above it. Like I feel like in football they real good. If this shit is not working, blow it up. We not waiting 5 and 6 and 7 years to determine if it's gonna work.
But
I
it hasn't
think
been working
that's
for
different.
the Jets. For
Yeah.
6, 7, 8,
Yeah,
9.
you blow up
for me,
with a
right.
quarterback.
So blow
You
it up.
blow
I mean,
up.
I just look at I'm not trying to be funny, but you just look at the Cowboys blueprint. They've been trying to build around the same few pieces, and it's not working.
It's not.
Tear it up.
It's not. But
Why
I think
not?
That, I think that
No, they
that
should.
Peyton Manning thing is a little bit different because with the Quentin Williams, he's 3 years in.
2 years in.
You're not getting rid
And you've
of a
been
3
sorry
year,
with them all 3 years.
but that's not because of him. You're not getting rid of a 3 year. Peyton
Not
Manning.
necessarily because of him. I'm just trying to play both sides of the fence. It's not necessarily because of him, but we have him and we're not winning.
I get that.
And you're
but,
not going to win with a defensive lineman.
But you got to have something. Like
Name
you've gotten-
one team that was great with a defensive lineman.
Tampa Bay.
I mean, yeah,
With just one defensive lineman?
no,
I mean, that was good because of their defense.
Defense.
right. But I'm not trading Sap. That's the. I mean, that
I
would
get what
be
you're
like
saying.
Tampa trading Sap, and I'm not doing
I get
that.
totally what you're saying.
And I'm not doing it. I'm gonna keep Sap, and I'm gonna somehow build around that. He's young, 2-3 years. Yeah, they got rid of Peyton Manning, but he was
I respect
15
it.
years in.
I respect it.
They're never
Buddy
get
for the
rid of
Rams. What's buddy for the Rams? Arnold, Donald,
Sam Darnold. I'm not
he
getting
beat
rid of him.
I mean, they the Cowboys and they trash, and that's my
y'all
team.
Aaron Donald.
Stink.
Aaron Donald beat
Shit
them
water.
single-handedly by himself.
This is true.
Y'all shitty.
Oh, shitty of the shittiest.
Another opinion that's been widely shared. Jamarcus Russell. He's always been known to some as one of the biggest draft busts there is. Is it fair? Because he was widely criticized as one of the worst players to be drafted in the first round. But when you look at his stats compared to Daniel Jones, in the first 20 starts, Daniel Jones, 19 interceptions, Jamarcus Russell, 14.
Well,
Daniel Jones, 23 fumbles, Jamarcus Russell, 16.
where was Jones drafted? What number? And where was Jamarcus Russell drafted? What
Jamarcus
number?
was number one.
Jamarcus
So,
was number one.
Daniel
Wow.
Jones was.
He was top. What?
One or
I don't know. Somebody pull it up.
He wasn't number one. Therefore, that matters
Well,
to me.
no. The thing is, neither one of them should have been drafted where they was drafted. Both of
I
them
disagree.
were drafted.
I disagree.
Super high.
I think that Jamarcus Russell was the best quarterback
No
with
doubt.
the best arm talent that you've
Easy.
ever seen. I just think that he's the biggest bust ever because he didn't put it to work in.
No,
if the
give,
Raiders-
I still give it to
eighth
Ryan
overall.
Leaf.
Ryan Leaf definitely.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I won't give him.
But
the
he was
biggest
drafted
bust,
8th
right.
overall.
If the Raiders
that's
wouldn't have
young.
had
That's
that
pretty
pick,
high.
That's
he
pretty
would
high.
have not
Yeah.
been picked first. He
Because
only was picked because he could throw a good deep
I
ball.
think, I
pick
think,
is
I
also
think,
about
I think that depends also.
Team needs.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
There you go, Todd.
Exactly.
Needs.
That's big right there, too.
but I'll say this.
Didn't they have Garcia at the time?
who?
Garcia?
Who? Is
The
What's his
the
first
Raiders.
name? What's
No,
his
you
first
talking
name?
about Gannon. You thinking about Gannon, maybe.
Rich
Yeah,
Gannon.
Rich Gannon was there
Yeah, no,
prior
that's-
to
But
J-Rock.
But I'll say this. Maybe also it got something to do with attitude. Because, it's been reported that, they gave that nigga blank tape. They gave Jamarcus Russell a blank tape
And a blank check.
wasn't shit on the tape.
And he fake watched it.
Right.
A piece of paper.
And then I seen the interview where he was like, "You think it's me? I can't block for
Right.
myself." Like
So
he
to
threw the
me-
whole line, he threw everybody under
So
the
to
bus.
me, yeah, that plays a part in my head as you being the biggest bust. 'Cause
Right,
you
but
won't
I
even
just
watch
was
the
bringing
blank
it up because they were talking about it, and I do think unfairly, Jamarcus never got any other shots. Nobody ever gave him
That's
another
unfair.
chance to try to see.
Right.
Daniel Jones will get another shot.
Right, and that's
That sucks.
With that arm, it's no way Jamarcus shouldn't have got another shot.
Right.
Multiple shots.
I say it all the time, man.
I
If
think
Chase Daniels been in the league just backing up all his career.
I get it, man. But then also, man, sometimes it's his fault. Ultimately,
No, he has to take some of the blame.
Right. No doubt.
He has to
No
take
doubt.
some,
It's
a lot of the
his
blame.
fault.
I'm not
I
saying
think it's
that.
I think it's a
if
lot.
those guys who got those second and third and fourth and fifth chances went and watched the blank tape, they probably wouldn't have got another chance.
Yeah,
either.
but I still think that if you were a first round draft pick with first round talent, if you're not doing something totally disruptive to the team, I think they deserve a second chance. We seeing it.
do.
We seeing all these Gordons and we seeing AB. We seeing all these people get second chances, but it was just weird that Jamarcus didn't get a second chance and he wasn't as out forwardly disruptive as some of these
He
other.
literally, I don't think he did anything.
He did.
That I recall.
He did.
I remember
He
the
never
lean
really fully got
incident.
it.
I
He
remember
did.
that.
So do you think that that's what they look at more so? Like I could get that maybe you're gonna do some shit on the side and go and have a fight in a club or smoke some weed. But I can't accept
can forgive that, but-
I can't accept you not practicing and not watching tape. And
Right.
lying to me
A
about
quarterback
watching the tape.
not watching
Like,
film.
They say AB is one of the hardest workers they've ever seen.
I understand.
All right, but if he blows up your locker room,
But-
it's going to also not.
But go back to what we said.
To me, it's just which one will you accept?
But go
more?
back to what we said, and this even predates Jamarcus. You said Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf got another shot.
He
He
did.
got one or two different other
But
shots.
was he that?
He was sorry.
He was sorry. That's not what I'm saying.
but
I'm saying like, did he watch a blank tape?
I
did he
can't
not
say,
have
but
a
I
work
know
ethic, or-
fine. He didn't watch a blank tape, but he was real sorry.
Right.
He
He
watching tape.
he wasn't going to help you either way.
He watched tape and was really sorry. He might as well watch the blank tape.
He might have. I
I
guess
mean, but
it
usually
depends on
somebody
what
with
you
that
take.
arm get
It
thousands.
just was
of
weird that
chances.
he didn't get another. At least
Jeff
one
George
little
was
shot.
never really that
Yeah.
good, but his arm was so crazy that every coordinator thought that he could.
I disagree with that. I think he had some spats where he was good.
Jeff George.
Yeah,
But he got so many tries. He probably was on about 10
I think that's
different
different.
teams.
He's different from what those two are with Jamarcus and with Ryan.
And maybe
Leafield.
teams couldn't afford him. Maybe with that contract he had with the Raiders, it was a clause in it
That was the
they would
Raiders
have had to
paying him.
pick up something as far as like I'm talking
They
about.
could have got him for the minimum.
For the low though, for the AB. prices.
We really don't
Like
know. why he
Le'Veon
didn't get
Bell
paid.
right now, they signed him for the minimum because whatchamacallit still paying him. The Jets.
And I think he gonna be in the Chiefs just this year, and then he gonna move.
Yeah, I don't think they'll
somebody
keep him
give him a bag, especially if he do well
The
with.
Chiefs not gonna give him a bag.
Yeah.
No,
No,
They already got.
They just
Celeste.
collide. Yeah.
The targeting rule. Do you think that it's time to revisit? For people who don't know what that is, and our listeners and some people who are not familiar with sports, it's a rule that basically saying you're targeting with an intent to hurt a player. You're hitting them in the head. You're leading with the head, helmet to helmet contact, shoulder to helmet contact, and it's a lot of variables. I can't go too much deeper than that, but it's a lot of variables to targeting. Do y'all think that it's time that targeting is not necessarily kicking a kid out, especially in the college level, or at the college level, kicking a kid out for a game, especially amongst this limited season opportunity that kids are having?
It was good in theory. The execution is crazy. Because isn't like if it happens in the second half, you got to sit out
the first half.
The first half of the next game.
Right.
This game shouldn't affect that game unless you're gonna suspend me. But then you see all the times like the ball carrier drop down.
Yep.
Like so your target point you might have
Yours lower because you lunch before they
made
ball
they
up.
move.
Right.
And so they quicker than you or whatever, and they duck down. No.
I do think it needs to be revisited, but it's more so I think they need to have people who's played football to be that deciding factor, to call that out, to see you've ducked. So hey, I can't control that because I've lowered
But
it.
Professional refs should be able to see that too.
And I think they do. I think they do in replay, but the way the rule is written,
right.
in replay,
Yeah.
they have to
Well, be better.
kick you out of the
Right.
game. If
Yeah.
So be better
the
with
spirit
the
of the law
is
is great. It's just the way they go about
right.
it.
I like the idea of it, and I like the protection of it.
'Cause
But be more thorough
make
with it.
it
as
make
how
it
you
more
call
forceful or something, but don't like give it a 25-yard penalty or something. Like make it have an impact. But I think
Unless it's
kicking a
just
kid out of the
vicious.
game for that now the lunches, the
Yeah,
intentional
definitely.
trying,
Right.
which after you review it and you can blatantly see, cool, get him out of there. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean for that game.
The Clemson game yesterday, like I saw the kid, he kind of launched himself. He didn't really fully hit the quarterback with his head, but the idea of you doing that and launching
I
yourself
saw that.
and ducking it,
You gotta get out.
gotta go.
You gotta
Even though
go.
You didn't
Yeah,
fully,
I get that.
Like with that, yes.
I get that, but-
if I mistakenly hit him in his head because I hit him in his head, come on now. I'm
Agreed.
Not, I'm
Agreed.
not
A
gonna-
receiver
let me-
come across the middle and you just take him out, all right, you need to go. But a running back or even a receiver with the ball, yeah, if they drop down and you drop down,
it's
come
that
on,
you can do.
man.
Like I was aiming.
You can't
I aimed-
expect somebody to be like, oh, let me.
Right, I aimed for his hip. It ain't my fault he fell and I hit his
Yeah.
head. You know, I'm aiming at the hip. So just be more executed with it. And I think if we could sit here and see what's vicious and what's a terrible
definitely
hit,
can tell
like
that.
we can tell. Like you
can
can
tell,
tell.
yeah.
Like fuck that rule. I get that rule.
Especially after replay.
You're
Right.
right. You can tell, man. According to that's how they always justify. According to the rule, it's targeting, but it wasn't bad. Like shut the fuck up then. It wasn't bad if that's what you think.
Now you got to protect the players.
That shit. I'm sorry. That shit angers me.
Man,
took a lot of shots.
Right. That shit.
I watched the fight. Javante Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz.
That should have been a flag.
I saw it. It was a 6-round knockout by Javante Davis. Masterful performance. I do think Santa Cruz got to him a little bit. It was a pay-per-view bout on yesterday. But ultimately, Javante Davis won with a uppercut.
Vicious
Sweet
uppercut.
chin music. Put it on the canvas. I don't know.
Night.
I don't think none of y'all watched it other than me, but definitely a dope fight. And shouts out to Javante Davis for that fight. It was actually his first pay-per-view fight. Mayweather was there. He's been training a lot in Vegas with Mayweather. It was kind of crazy to see it because I think they said this was his first, and Mayweather got like 17 pay-per-view events. So this is trying to
How
get
old
him
is he?
into the new stratosphere of superstar.
How old is he? He's pretty young.
He's
Got 10 years.
25 or
25,
26.
26, yeah.
The next 10 years, he got that.
Yep. because Mayweather, went
It's no going
35.
back.
You know what I'm saying? So
Is he in the same weight class as the little what is that Andy Garcia guy?
I don't think so.
no, I think Garcia.
I think
way
Garcia
bigger.
bigger. Yeah,
Cause-
Garcia bigger.
Cause Gervonta Davis. I don't think he's super featherweight, is it? Because Gervonta Davis like 125.
Look at
Okay.
God
All right.
damn,
Yeah,
niggas.
buddy, yeah.
Nigga bony.
120
Flyweight.
Man, them boxers be looking so much bigger than they like
Them niggas,
weight.
They be looking real big
Super
until them
featherweight.
other niggas get in the ring.
niggas super featherweight. Them niggas the size of a wife. niggas the
Yeah.
size of a wife.
I would love to see them
knock
niggas
your
fight,
ass
though.
out.
120.
That'd be a dope fight.
What? You can barely give blood, but would
Tank,
knock your ass
Tank
out.
and Garcia. I think that'd be a pretty good fight.
What Garcia? Garcia like 150.
Garcia up there with Mayweather was like 156,
Yeah, that's like
154.
30 pounds
That boy
difference.
hands be moving, boy.
And he powerful with it. We good. I got 3 pick'ems, 3 of them. Let me see. Which one I want to go with first? I'm gonna go with the lower of the 2, but it's still a ranked game. BYU, Boise State. BYU's number 9. Boise State's number 21, and BYU's favored by 1, which is a pretty goddamn good game.
Where they playing at?
It's Friday actually. Let
Has
me see.
Boise played in the games this year? No.
It might
I
be
ain't
like their
seen
first
that.
game.
And BYU played, right?
No, Boise is 2-0, BYU 7-0, so it's a big gap.
BYU.
Yeah.
Because they're more
definitely.
experienced.
I got BYU.
Right.
Where they playing?
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get the place.
I don't think it matters.
No, man. Ain't no crowd.
Yeah.
Bluefield.
Salmon
BYU.
They didn't got them.
Albertson
first game.
Stadium, the blue Smurf turf.
BYU.
BYU.
I'm going Boise.
Boys at home.
I mean, 2-0. You done
BYU.
got some good games under your belt, but I'm going BYU.
I'm
Yeah,
going
seven.
BYU. BYU 7-0. I'm gonna go BYU on the road, which is gonna be a tough one.
No, it ain't. Nobody
We also
understands.
have another ranked game, Indiana, Michigan. And this is after the polls. Indiana's 13, which is they shouldn't be probably. They're 2-0, and Michigan is 1-1 at number 23.
Michigan.
Both bums.
Yeah.
They
Indiana.
bombers, but Michigan.
Pick a bum.
Pick a bum. Do y'all think that it's over for Harbaugh?
Yes.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The writing's on the wall. He ain't got too much longer.
All right.
I'm gonna go Michigan off a name. Michigan in that game
Yeah.
off a name. The big SEC game, Florida, Georgia. Florida 8, Georgia 5. Florida 3-1, Georgia 4-1.
I'm gonna go Florida, and really why is because I think Trask is playing well. They got weaponry everywhere. I like KT. Their defense is pretty sufficient. I don't really like Georgia because I think Georgia is making a lot of hype off Bennett, the 19th or whatever his name is.
The
He's
19th.
not
He
that
got a
really,
lot of
he's
goddamn-
really not
He's
that
not
good.
really that
He got a
good.
lot of
Pickens was
Roman
hurt.
numerals after his name. goddamn.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Pickens was
Pickens
hurt
didn't
last
play
week. I
last
don't even
game.
know if he's gonna be back next week. But I'm gonna go Florida, man. I don't think Georgia's that great. I really don't.
I'm gonna go Georgia because Florida ain't ran up against an Alabama team, and that's the only team that made Georgia look so bad. So I'm gonna go Georgia in a close one, in a very
Georgia
very
didn't
close
look that good against Kentucky last week.
Right, they
just
won
won
14-3.
16-9 or some shit like that.
14-7.
Yeah, 14-7.
Yeah, 14-7-3, something like that.
one. Florida tends to Florida sometimes.
But Kentucky.
Yeah. This one's gonna be hard for me.
Take your bias out.
I'm
no
taking my
bias.
bias out. I'm gonna take my bias out.
You gonna take your bias out and go with Florida?
No doubt.
Of course.
No doubt. But I'm gonna tell you
Tell
why.
why, yeah.
Offensively, I think we don't run the ball well, but we pass the ball well in Georgia.
What's that tight end name?
Kyle Pitts.
Dog.
Pitts.
Dog.
Absolute dog.
Kyle-
And I should be biased against Florida. Like I shouldn't like Florida, but them
Right.
dogs.
But
Kyle.
Georgia, they do play a good brand of defense. However, my offense, we're clicking right now. I just feel like that and Georgia don't have an offense. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
y'all see Georgia against Kentucky?
Yeah.
Kentucky started Gatewood. Gatewood probably completed 8 passes,
Right.
and it was really a competitive match.
I'm gonna go. I got a weird reason why. I'm gonna go Florida because of the time of day. If it was a night game, I would actually go Georgia.
You know it's a neutral site game, though.
I know, but I
It's
feel like
not
Georgia
LSU.
plays.
What
I feel like Georgia plays better at night, and Florida plays better in the daytime. So I'm going Florida because it's daytime, and quarterback play.
Our quarterback play is gonna be
Quarterback play. I got
huge.
one more. Where is it? The game of the week. Clemson, Notre Dame. Clemson number 1, Notre Dame number 4. Clemson does not have their starting quarterback, but their freshman quarterback look fucking
Clemson.
amazing.
Clemson needs.
Clemson,
I watched
running
Clemson
away with
last
that.
week. Tuga Lagalia.
yeah,
Oogly ugly.
Sorry,
The
I
nigga
know
with
I
all the
pronounced
vowels
it
in his
wrong,
name.
but that nigga, that great.
DJ.
I don't care what
Oogly
you
ugly.
say.
Ugalele.
Man, when you
Oogie
see,
ugly.
I didn't realize he was the number 1 quarterback coming out of high school last year, and he looked like it because that man got a pistol on his arm, and it's crazy because I was like, man, that man remind me of Jamarcus. You know what I'm saying? How easily he throw it and how fast, and
that bitch be.
And then the announcer was like, he reminds me of Jamarcus Russell,
Greg McElroy.
Yeah, with his arm talent, and
Is it
he
Greg
really
McElroy?
does remind
One
you
of
of
the
that.
Bama quarterbacks.
Yeah, it was McElroy.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
I got Clemson, man, with ETN. Shouts out to ETN, and man, just the ACC leading
All-time.
rusher, all-time touchdowns to
Yards
ETN.
and
So
all.
salute to him.
Notre Dame, the home team, does it matter?
No.
Not at all.
Do you think that was a big thing in the past? Is that Notre Dame grass was too high and it slows down players?
No.
That's what they used to
They
do
used
with
to say.
USC. Yeah.
You think that plays a factor?
But you know what?
But I don't understand it because
But
Reggie
that's
Bill
not a thing
still
no
look
more
like
because
fast. He was
Notre
like-
Dame got field turf now,
Yeah.
don't it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they don't even have that grass no more.
I guess. I don't know.
I think they got field turf. now.
it looks
Reggie Bush didn't look slow on that shit at all. That nigga used to be moving.
I'm gonna go Clemson 7-0, Notre Dame 6-0. I'm gonna go Clemson, but I think it's a close game. I'm sorry, Todd. I kind of
Closer than experts think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be closer because I think this is the first big game of the young true freshman. Is he true freshman? I think he's true freshman's career. Also, I think like we said in the group message, Notre Dame has been pretty aggressive and been pretty physical this year. And I just don't think that Clemson's defense is the Clemson defense of
I
all.
don't know who, because yesterday they gave up 28 in the first
second half. Right.
They
But
ain't give up shit in the second half.
I know, but I don't think that's a good recipe to win. To give up 20.
I don't think Notre Dame's going to score.
I don't
like
think
that.
you give up 28 and a half to Boston College and be looking positively.
They probably got that. That's probably that trap game for them. Ooh, ugly. That nigga had close to 400 yards yesterday.
Ugly.
Ooh, ugly.
And I watched a lot of that game. They had a lot of flukies.
Right, they did.
They had a
That
lot
fumble,
of-
that was
That
bullshit.
Fumble,
That
pick it up. They had a lot of tip pass,
Right.
touchdown. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen about 21 points of fluke. So,
That's how it happens.
yeah, it do
did.
happen like that, but they don't happen every game.
Right, yeah. So that's why I say Notre Dame, they probably won't even get close. People thought that shit when they played Miami. Miami winning that bitch, how they had destroyed.
The spread is 6.5 Clemson. I'm gonna say about a touchdown.
I think I'm going to take that, too.
About a
that's good.
touchdown.
Yeah. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dumb bitch.
Dummy.
Dumbass, stupid
Stupid
ass
son
dummy.
bitch, you.
Damn, this one hurt.
It
I've
hurts.
been telling y'all.
This one hurt.
Wayne,
Yeah, it hurts, man. It hurts.
we love you, but we don't. Bring your ass to the principal's office, nigga. Wayne, shut up, man. I'm just going to tell you straight
Yeah,
up.
don't talk about this.
Rap, nigga, you're a good rapper. And some people will question that shit. And I'm gonna just say it now. Like,
Can't get
John.
nigga, you need to focus on being on the studio, man, and bringing us the music that we enjoy. I can't believe the nigga who brought us Millionaire's Dream, Bling Bling, and being responsible for all the shit that you would be responsible for would allow yourself to be used on a grand scheme, on a grand stage
To be a
with no
pawn.
other than 45. I ain't gonna even say
Somebody that made George Bush.
Nothing
This
other
man
than
made George
Yeah,
Bush.
like
He did.
I can understand
Georgia?
it simply because I know
Georgia
that
Bush.
you're out of touch with life and reality. But at this point, at this time, at this juncture, with all the things that we're facing, go shut the fuck up. Go over there. What you need to do is go lock into the studio and bring us some fucking music that we can go bring us like a verse from the Kendrick Lamar and what you did on Benny the Butcher. Go write that shit or don't write it because you don't. But like how you say you don't have time to listen to new music because you be so busy. Don't have time to deal with politics, nigga. That's what you go do. You go make music, but stay out of fucking politics and bring Ice Cube with you. But now we're talking
Get in
to
the same
you.
room.
Yeah, because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, and don't be allowed to yourself to be used. And for that, if y'all haven't seen it, look it up. Wayne with 45. You are the dummy of the week.
for me.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Pretty much, he did. For me, you're not the dummy because you're choosing to endorse who you endorse. You're the dummy for me because you let yourself be used.
As a pawn.
You're being used against your people, stupid fuck. Like, you got to know that you're being used against your people, and it was all for the purpose of the picture. And
Photo ops.
right, the shit that caught me most so is like 50 was like,
I wouldn't have took that
I wouldn't have
picture.
took that picture, which tells me I kind of was thinking what you
50 threw that nigga on the bus like, who did me earlier in the pod, didn't it?
That was you. You did it to yourself.
But I'm not taking the picture.
What's that on your collar?
Yeah, you got some lipstick on your cheek. Damn, who
had his heels?
The hell?
Trying to make sure you wipe it off for the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But yeah, man, don't allow yourself to be used right now. If you're gonna endorse him Wednesday. Shit.
Yeah, for that, Wayne, though, you are the dummy of the week.
Yeah, man.
Any other news, any other things that we forgot to say, forgot to talk about?
Absolutely. For those of
Okay,
you
Todd.
who have purchased merch and hasn't received it yet, please don't bash us. Please. We ordered stuff too and we hadn't gotten it yet.
It's coming. It gets there.
So,
time.
this is a black business. If you say you support black businesses, just wait. You wait on Amazon.
Fuck all the
Blame the post offices. and
Right.
shit.
Gotcha.
I just saw an article that was saying if you plan on ordering Christmas stuff, that you probably need to start getting that stuff now because so many people are at home, so many people are avoiding the malls and shopping centers, more people are ordering. So there's a delay on orders. Now, how our merchandise work is when you order it is not made. It's not pre-ready, it's not set, it's literally made to order. So once you order it, they have to
Like
get
fresh
whatever
chicken.
whatever you said, they're going to have to create that. And it has to come from one of those many locations. I do apologize if it doesn't get there in the time fashion, but I'm telling you right now, I can see, I'm looking at it, it's about 13 to 15 days. I do apologize if that's not as fast as you would like. It's not as fast as I would like. But unfortunately, it's made to order. It's 3 to 4 days after you order, and then it's some shipping time. And we can't control that shipping time. But we do appreciate your support, and we do urge anybody who want to buy something, go on to the dummiespodcast.com. Order your merchandise. We will have some more stuff going up real soon. And for the people who support us, make sure you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share us with a friend.
Please.
I got two things that I forgot to bring up. Netflix, Dave Chappelle. All of his shows are going to be ran over on fucking Netflix.
Netflix went up on prices, too.
I'm binge
Yeah,
watching.
they did go
Like
up on
$1 or
prices.
something?
Yeah. I don't
$2,
blame them, though. I mean,
They should.
This is a good time to do it. More people at home, more people streaming. It's still cheaper than your cable.
And it's costing me probably more to keep this this streaming service going. Like I gotta provide more security and more service and more things. So I get it. I'll pay the extra $1. Other thing, Drake's album is coming. He announced the release date.
When is it?
January 2021.
Yeah, January next year. Do you care for somebody to announce their shit that far in advance right now in these day and ages
tell
of
me that
albums?
shit in Christmas.
Give me 2 weeks in advance,
Yeah.
and I'm good.
Yeah.
I just need 2 weeks.
But it's
Maybe
Drake.
it was for the artists, the other artists. Like, look, I got January. You motherfuckers get February. Maybe that was.
Man,
Because a
if
lot
I'm
of people
Drake, I
don't. They
still-
say a lot of
I
people
still-
don't want to drop around Drake.
Hell
I still
no.
tell you in December, and it's on you to adjust.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Drake. I think Drake one of those rule makers. So if I say
That makes sense,
if I say it's not coming out till August of 2021, shit, I can say that. I'm Drake.
because a lot of companies' fiscal year ends January 31st, so that makes sense. He still get it in on their books for.
And does it change due to pandemic? Like, in the rules when outside was open and I can be in any club at that night and
Not
all
for
this
him.
stuff.
Touring and shit.
I get what you're saying, but I guess what I'm saying is like, does it change because of pandemic? Maybe I need to go back to announcing to build anticipation because they're saying that people aren't listening and streaming. We're at home, we chilling. People ain't in the club as much. Some people are, but some people aren't as much as they were. They're not outside as much as they used to be. Do you think that maybe I do need to kind of announce it now? It's probably a reason behind it.
It got to be a reason, but I think Drake's gonna get the spins.
One of the-
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the songs gonna have a dance to it, and you're gonna see the shit all over Instagram.
Which is agreed.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I would love to see a Drake visual album because you can't get a tour. That'll be the tour substitute maybe. For
Be
now,
around Christmas and the holidays with your family and shit, watching Drake Christmas
cool.
album.
then something for Drake. I forgot which album was it. The Drake and Future came out around one Christmas.
I don't know about Christmas, but
It was close to it.
Yeah.
Because I think I was going home when I had first listened to it.
Now you motherfuckers need to stop disrespecting Thanksgiving too, man. I'm sick of that shit.
What's the disrespect? Tell me about
that
it.
nigga brought that shit.
yeah,
out
man, I got-
way left field.
No, I really didn't because he just said something.
About holidays.
Right, holiday. But no, we were trick or treating the shit yesterday, and the girl gonna say, "Oh yeah, it's November the 1st, Christmas movies. I was like, so you just ain't gonna even say Thanksgiving at all?
No turkey?
But Todd, they
turkey?
don't make Thanksgiving movies.
I don't give a. I don't care about that, Joe. I don't care. I like Thanksgiving.
Basketball.
Like,
I think we all
Friendsgiving.
do. I like Thanksgiving
Damn.
too.
Like
Guess what?
Friendsgiving, that was some of the most funnest shit we done did.
There's no Thanksgiving
Yeah,
NBA.
I agree.
We didn't do goddamn Christmas giving or no shit like that, man. We didn't do
But-
shit for Christmas.
But yeah, Thanksgiving.
We had a
is to
Christmas
be
party where you wore
celebrated.
sweaters and stuff.
We did. But y'all motherfuckers cheated, so I don't remember that.
How
Nigga cheated all night
What you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
during the games. You know exactly.
Game night
at your house.
But I'm just saying that you said that we don't do shit for Christmas. We just gave you.
We did a
two.
game night. We did a
so
party.
What was fun? More fun? Friendsgiving or the Christmas thing?
The Christmas party for real.
You gonna say that anyway.
I mean, shit. I mean,
say that.
you making me pick, but it was all fun. But the point
gonna even
was
be-
you said that we don't do anything.
I ain't
for
even gonna lie to you.
Christmas.
I forgot.
I don't even
I
remember.
did forget about that.
I don't even remember Friendsgiving.
I do.
I do.
I remember that shit.
Vaguely, but I remember the Christmas party. Damn.
Nah, I remember Friendsgiving. We did the old school music that we
we
did.
had
and shit.
big fun.
Yeah, we had big fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
Stock on the ones and twos.
Yeah, DJ
Oh,
Stock.
that was that night.
DJ Stock
Okay,
on the
I got
ones
you,
and
got
twos.
you.
Yeah,
But,
Friendsgiving was Friendsgiving.
Any other information, any other things that we forgot to express? Don't forget, it's Alzheimer's month. I don't know if I said it right, but we gave you the information previous to go follow. Also, man, practice social distancing. We want everybody to make it back next week when we come back. So we want you all out there to be safe, man. Wear your mask, wash your hands,
And
be
yes.
careful. Again, hopefully you listen to us before Tuesday, go vote, and we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
You bitch
Bye-bye.
you. You better go vote.
Remember the polls is 7 to 7.
Slap your ass. Dummy.